Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution. Monster on the mic, I feel like hip-hop then adopted me. You pussy niggas shook, you let them turn this to a mockery. I give a fuck about their recognition. I'm trying to spit the fucking truth, somebody get the message. These politics, they overstate the obvious. They shooting like Stoyakovich, it's war on every continent. Deeper than you know, I'm what you hate if you the government.
Young black with heart.
I put a hex on the establishment. Niggas playing patty cake and I was trying to regulate. A lot of them I emulate, but none of them I demonstrate.
Hip-hop will never need a eulogy. They give us 10%.
They trying to take away gratuity. Work for what you want. I learned that shit from fucking Aubrey, and she ain't never lied. I told her this was nothing new to me. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go. I roll up. They say the city lights is feeling me. My girl, she super real. She think that ain't nobody cool as me.
There we go.
Flying in Pacifics, I'll be ripping till I'm gone. I sit back and blaze away like I'm Akeem Olajuwon. But I guess that's what I need in life, cause I don't get no sleep at night, so I'ma just keep grinding till my people see
what
the morning
is
light.
happening?
This may be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my
Real
superstition
talk.
say the government was scheming.
All right. It's ThursDave. It's ThursDave. Now, look, I got the greatest intro music in the history of podcasting. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. But for today, I think there's really only one intro song that we need to be playing because it's a special day. I can't fucking deal with this story. You know what? It's great is because I hate like indiscriminately. And Boogie, you can ask Tommy. I've hated Boogie forever. I was never doing like pretty much everybody the community had admiration for, loved, enjoyed, watched, think are legends. All the dudes from back in the day. Boogie, H3, Drama Alert, all those motherfuckers. There's so many more. I hated all of them. H3, Ethan, I'm saying the same fucking people. iDubbbz, excuse me. Couldn't stand him, thought he was a fucking phony. FaZe Banks thought he was a fucking phony. Boogie, to me, was the biggest fucking phony. And so much so that it made me believe other people were fucking phonies because he's so fucking phony. This is like, I don't know how to describe the last couple of days of Locale Live, and my light just went off. So we're just going to stick with this. This is better lighting anyway. I don't even understand if it's still a show, what it is, if it's still going to go on, if Boogie's quitting, if Keem was being pressured to fire him, but then Keem said he wasn't going to fire him. Do they love this type of behavior? Do they not like this type of behavior? It leaves the rest of the internet to decide what it means. It's like, okay, so here's what we're not going to probably do. I don't think we'll be downplaying the lying or misrepresenting of cancer. So fucking stupid. And the thing is, it's like he's talked about money that he's used for cancer treatments and all that. I have no fucking clue. I think that the variant, I'm going to bury the lead. I'm going to actually unbury the lead and give it to you right out in front. I think the Occam's razor type story here, Keem's put, and we'll see it at some point here in all of the lineup that I have for us. Keem has a rundown of everything that he says he knows, things that, and it's essentially this. Boogie was told he had a certain type of something, that they got a test for cancer. He kind of just ran with it. We live in an era of self-diagnosis. Well, look, Mark, there's no question. Keem loves this. In my mind, Keem loves this because he profits off of it. He expected Boogie to fuck up when he brought him on board. He counted on it. It's what he wanted. This is Locale Live. These guys are supposed to be fuck ups. They're supposed to be nothing but pure chaos entertainment incarnate. And in some regards, I guess it is. I just don't know if people still believe in lines or if lines should even be discussed anymore. Like, I don't know. It's hard when a dude is misrepresenting himself as much as Boogie has over the years. It's hard to give any benefit of the doubt. And it sucks because there are people, and I've talked to a couple of people who are, big fans of his, who've talked to him privately, who've known him privately, and they're just so disappointed and disgusted by this entire thing because like cancer, it's like cancer's killing everybody right now. Okay. It's killing everybody. And it's crazy that nothing is like sacred beyond profit anymore. I don't know. It's a lot to unwrap. It's a lot to put your head around. We're going to do our best to just have fun with it because if you overthink subjects like this, you're going to just get angry about it. And it doesn't make sense to do that. There's no point in getting angry over Boogie being a fucking idiot. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Like the week that Boogie has had and therefore put Local Live through and like they all got to be like drinking heavily right now. Tommy luckily already got that covered. Keem, we've heard stories of Keem's other vices, but Wings, it feels like Wings is just on the edge of oblivion. Just edge of a fucking oblivion. What's up there, Toxidome? Good to see you. He rocks a microphone. Yeah, acting like he did like nothing worse than fake a headache. Yeah, it's very weird to hear the downplaying of some of it. I think Tommy had one of the better takes when it comes, as he typically does when it comes to not taking things too seriously. But it's hard because he's also part of the show. He's part of the Local Live. So there's some part of self-preservation has to come into play in the decision making because it's the show. Regardless of if you like Local Live, if you can barely tolerate Local Live, whatever the case may be with Local Live, people just keep getting sucked back in mainly because of Boogie. If we're being honest, it's mainly because of Boogie and Keem's constant fucking spurging. Like this week on Local Live, Keem he quit because of the party situation and everything that happened with that. He buried his entire cast. And then the next day, they got to call everybody back in and have a session, which turns into one of the craziest streams I think anyone has ever seen. It's Destiny, fucking, when Medicare gets in there, it's like, this is fucking nuts. They pulled out everybody. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun with it. But I think that we got probably one of the best coverage of it. I'm going to give you a quick snippet of Hey, Juicy, I like yeah. One of us. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. I like higher or lower on Boogie living past 60 years. Oh, he ain't. Something's gonna kill him. Look, I'm just saying. How do you say something like this sensitively? It's a good thing that Boogie doesn't live next to the rickety stool store, which, as we know, is always conveniently located next to the rope store. Thank you, you'll see. Appreciate you. We have a young and upcoming new news outlet. Apparently, there's a new news outlet that's making the rounds. Apparently, it's about to start up this week, and I think he's got a really good coverage of the Boogie situation. So let's hear from this new news outlet.
When the truth is under attack, there's only one place to get the true news. Cripple News.
No. He's fat. He's stupid. He's a scammer. And he's probably lying about cancer. Last night on Local Live, Boogie was confronted by streamer Destiny, claiming that Boogie lied about cancer all this time. When pressed about providing evidence, Boogie refused to show anything. He said he'd rather go homeless than to show his medical records because it goes against his principles. That's right. The same guy who scams his fans, e-bags, spends a fortune on hookers. He's too principled to show the internet that he's not lying about cancer. Cancer? I didn't say he had cancer. I said he was the cancer. You know how much that fat pig lost me in crypto? For our continuing coverage of Boogie, tune in this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern.
All right, so watch out, everybody. Ricky Berwick's coming to news. And Ricky Berwick, if this is real, if Cripple News is coming, everyone might as well hang it up. I don't think you realize how big this could be. Like, I remember Ricky Berwick when he was just like, he had a following in the past and he went away. Tommy knew him way back in the day. Like, he's been around the channel since like the early days of Shot from the Point and stuff. So it's really, 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 really funny to see where Ricky's gone and how big he's made his YouTube channel since he started making videos again and taking it full time. He's done crazy shit. He's like milli subs and all this type of stuff. And now he's going to go into the news. And it looks like he's going to do sketch comedy news too, which is even better. We're going to get like a fucking crippled daily show. Like, this is incredible. So I am all on board for Ricky Berwick's new news show. Cripple News look like it's going to be hilarious. So I'm very excited about that. Not subscribing to you, Ricky. You ain't getting my money. Abby Blackbird in the house. What's going on? Juan Valdez, how you doing? Toxic Jose, all these wonderful people up in there. Basket Artist, Trippy Savage, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, we all stand Cripple News. We're going to get into a lot of the Boogie thing. I want to hear from you guys. We do have the Discord open. Feel free to comment on anything that you feel about the whole Boogie situation. I got clips. I got some other stuff we're going to go through. We're going to go through a couple other things first because I got a fantastic thing that I think with everything that's happening politically right now, because unfortunately Biden is wiping his ass with the English language and competency once again. He's having another rough day. And I think it's time that we take a moment and just kind of view the political spectrum, because this is what I think people see when they like think about this almost feels like what's happening. This almost feels like this is what is happening. This might be the greatest supercut of the political world right now.
President Biden, you are set to expire next year. Let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern.
What's happening?
This is the first presidential election. President Biden, what do you say to black voters who...
I cut them in half.
You have 49 seconds left. Thank you. President Trump, you've vowed to end the world.
Big chunkus? There's never been anything like it. So let's get that straight. Hamas. I funded them and got them all funded.
President Biden, you have said, quote, Donald Trump, President Biden.
The fact is that...
Thank you, President Biden, President Trump.
The fact is that I have the biggest heart on right now, but I won't say that. That is simply not true. I gave him an unbelievable suck job. And it was a disaster. The suck was incredible, but he couldn't come. He wasn't able to come. I call it Biden come.
President
Oh my God. Look, if I didn't laugh about it, I'd cry. It's so messed up. The politics of our country, let alone the world, are so fucked up. Biden made one of the biggest faux pas I think I've seen a president make in a very long time today. Calling Zelensky, calling the president of Ukraine, President Putin. Do you know how much money we've given Ukraine? You signed checks to Zelensky. It's one of the funniest things, but it's so sad and terrifying. This is like when you're in your 40s, you really start to realize how scary all this shit is because you're closer to death. So it's like, this is all fucking scary now. Because, you know, before you get to your 40s, all this feels like a game. Politics, the world, all of it. It's all bullshit. Nothing really matters. You got plenty of time. It's all going to work out. In your 40s, that clock's ticking a little faster, and you start seeing all this shit different. You're like, oh my God, who is steering this fucking boat? Who has got their hands on the fucking steering wheel right now? And remember, I served for this. I got medically retired from the Army. I got hurt, bedridden for this shit. Like, whose hands are on the wheel? It's unbelievable. I love it. So I just have to laugh. Joe Martin, how you doing? Yeah, he called Trump his vice president about 20 minutes ago. It's amazing. It's incredible. What's up, Joe Martin in the house? How you doing? Hey, Olga Hawk Time. How you doing? There's the power band duo of the world. It's all a massive joke. It is. You know, don't laugh, you'll cry. If your country is a circus, you might as well clown. Might as well. Oh, God. So there's so much to take in on this week. It's an incredible amount of shit, and it's almost overwhelming. So I haven't even talked about myself yet. You guys know I love talking about myself. I've had a hell of a week and change. I'm dying from the heat. The heat's trying to kill me. Nobody cares. I'm working my ass off. Nobody cares. I did get another raise at the shop. Nobody cares. I'm wondering what, like, here, the interesting thing for me on this Boogie thing, and we're going to talk a lot more of it. Oh, shit. Holy God. What? This is the weirdest thing, because he knows he doesn't have to be awaiting the call. He could have just came in anytime he liked. I haven't said this in a very long time. I can't remember the last time that I've said this. In fact, joining me now, people, what the fuck are you doing? You could have just came in, you tard. How you doing?
No. Remember when I had my, I spurged out and shit and quit every Discord?
Oh, you quit all the, you quit the Discord?
I quit Discord.
You weren't even active in my Discord.
I boogied before Boogie.
You gave Boogie the path to man. He did not waste time. He deleted everything. He deleted all of it.
His YouTube is still up. But now his Twitter is gone.
Oh my God, he's a fucking what an asshole.
You know, his thing that's amazing to me. That's right.
Oh my God.
So this guy takes $10,000 in a cryptocurrency scam. I think the last count I see was $80,000 to show his medical thing, where it shows he has this thing. And he goes, "No, it's against my morals. It's against my ethics." What?
It makes no sense, because the entire time that he's been on the internet, he's been the consummate whore. He's a fucking whore. He might as well have been named anything for views. This dude, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's a goddamn thing wrong with it. We're all whores, but he's a major fucking whore, and he has had grifting allegations about him for the past, 6, 7 fucking years. This dude comes and goes off the internet, constantly seems to be begging for fucking money. He constantly has something else going on. He seems to always be putting himself into some sort of controversy, whether by design, by fucking sheer stupidity, by accident, whatever the case may be. Motherfucker keeps on doing this. And then he keeps failing upwards. He keeps getting opportunity after opportunity. He must think he's the most hilarious person on the planet, because my fucking God, the career that he continues to try to give him, no matter what, is something else.
Have you ever heard the old analogy of such and such as my Mississippi?
Oh, no. What? No, that is one country fucking saying right there. What the fuck was that?
All right. So here's the thing. You say, yeah, I live in Arkansas, but at least I'm not in Mississippi, right?
Okay.
Mississippi's kind of like the.
Is Mississippi bad? I mean, like, I honestly don't know what's wrong with Mississippi.
I mean, nothing's wrong with Mississippi.
Aside from like being the first state that everybody learns how to spell.
Yeah, that, and they just have a reputation of being kind of backwards, and even more so maybe than Arkansas. But
really, that feels like something that Arkansas folk will say.
Of course, right? I mean, yeah, right. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm retarded, but I'm not as retarded as Mississippian.
Right, that's right, Mississippian. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Mississippi is known for the fuck. That's why their state is so easy to spell. Exactly. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, it's all starting to come to clarity.
So they keep Boogie around because they're like, yeah, I'm a law cow, or I'm retarded, or I'm whatever, right? but I'm not Boogie level. And so they always shine. They look like what it is. They look like a diamond in a goat's ass next to Boogie. That's what it is.
Where's he from?
Boogie?
Yeah.
He's originally from Virginia. He grew up in Virginia. And then, like, when he was early teens, 18, 19, something like that, I think his brother, the PhD, moved him or had him come to Arkansas because he was living in Arkansas.
I saw. Who the fuck is that guy? I saw that tweet. Is that a real tweet? Is that like that's his real brother?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, did you never watch the episode of Law Cow Live where they had him come on?
No, God, no, I don't watch stuff. You know I don't watch stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So I watched, listen, I had written Boogie off. I had really, because I was like, okay, it's manipulated cunt. He's whatever, right?
Right.
Then I watched the interview that they did with his brother. And his brother is a doctor, PhD doctor, not like an MD doctor, right?
Right, yeah.
And so his brother corrects some of the things that Boogie said that was inaccurate, but then he also corrected some stories where it was like worse than what Boogie actually described. So then it's like, you know what? Because I'll be honest with you, man, I'd gotten to the point where I was really doubting like this whole horrific lifestyle that he grew up under, right?
Right.
I really was starting to doubt it, right? Like, okay, he's full of shit. But then his brother came on and confirmed it, and I was like, God dang, nobody should have to grow up under that shit. And I felt bad for the guy again, right? I started having compassion for this man again.
Right.
And then he crypto. Like, nah, you dumbass. Why you feeling bad for this guy? So,
the reason why I asked about if that's really his brother is because tell me that tweet did not read as like it was a condescending or sarcastic tweet. Like he's like, I state my professional life. It was so weird the way he wrote it. It sounded like he was memeing. To me, it didn't. I didn't read that tweet in seriousness at all.
I kind of took it more of, like a brother standing up for a brother saying, hey, I will state my professional reputation on this.
It just sounded so over the top, and because it's giving nothing, it gives absolutely nothing because it just doesn't make sense. None of the story tracks for me for him to actually have cancer.
So, another thing, and I don't know which person, because there's been 1,001 streams done since that shit show last night, but one of the creators out there, and I don't know which one, so I can't credit them, but they actually went back to the documentary that he did with Mike Klum, right? And in that documentary he starts listing out all the different things that is wrong with him. Now he's had this diagnosis for over 2 years. He was diagnosed with this back in 2022. That was not one of the things that was listed as one of his ailments in this thing. So that's like, well, that's kind of fishy. That's kind of weird or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So, and here's the thing about it. I can't credit the creator because I don't know which one it was, but they said basically at this point, if you're still supporting Boogie and you're rooting for Boogie to be proven right, you're rooting for cancer to get Boogie. That's what you're doing, right? You're rooting for cancer at this point.
That's what's so fucking great about this, because it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. If you're hoping that Boogie's going to prove everyone wrong, you're literally hoping for cancer. And that's fantastic. But if he's lying about it, it seems like people are already kind of given some sort of forgiveness angle, and I don't really get it. The people that are tied to him, I totally understand that. If the show wasn't called Low Cow Live, I'd get it. But because it's called Low Cow Live, if everyone involved with that show, Tommy, Keem, everybody involved, milks them, well, then that is just what we all signed up for. That's what everybody who watched the show ever signed up for. This, if everybody literally died on camera, that's what you signed up for. The Low Cow Live show it was always set up to be the most fucking anything can happen with these guys. This is the whole point of them, especially with Boogie, and particularly with Boogie and Wings' entire persona leading up to this. He's probably who would have ever thought that Wings of Redemption would have been the most well-behaved person of the cast?
Right. Well, see, and that's the thing too. I never really knew a whole lot about wings other than just the occasional clip you would see someone, sharing him, spazzing out about something that happened in a game or whatever. I really didn't know anything about the man.
Right.
But, and again, and I cannot remember who it was because I watched so much content the last few days. But someone pointed out that basically ever since he did that boxing match with Boogie, it's like all the law cowness kind of has left his body and was beat into Boogie, and Boogie got like a double dose now, right? So,
Right, he really did. Yeah, all that he transferred it through his fists,
yes.
and
Boogie's.
and we knew it because he knocked the pants off the man. The pants wouldn't stay on the man, so we know that that has to be the case. Yeah, I think we found something there. I think that's actually a fair assessment. Yeah. So here's the thing. Yeah, real quick. This is the thing that I've seen and that has been going around. The Keen put this out because at first Keen put out like, I'm not firing him. You guys want me to fire him? No, I'm not. I'm going to milk him and all this stuff. Yeah. And then he kind of puts out tweets where he seems to be condemning him a hell of a lot harder, like this one. Because if this is to be believed, if this is what actually happened, this is tough. This is really hard to give him a pass for. But let's read it. Boogie fake cancer drama. To the best of my knowledge, Keem's knowledge, based on everything he knows, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and wanted to diagnose and was warned of the dangers. 2 years ago, after he lost his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had high red blood cells indicating he may have cancer blood. I don't know if that's an actual term, but that sounds like what Keem would call cancer blood. It just for some reason that's hilarious to me. 2 years ago, before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing he had cancer. 2 years later, he still doesn't have confirmation he has cancer, but he's telling everyone he does and used it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or or asking people to financially support him, lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. It's not could be. It's not could be. It is fraud. It's a very, very clear case of fucking fraud. It doesn't matter if it's stupidity based fraud. It doesn't matter if it's a self-diagnosis. I mean, look, you can self-diagnose autism. You can't self-diagnose cancer. You can't do it. He's scheduled to get a confirmation test to see if he 100% has cancer soon. So ironically, even though he's lied, he still may have cancer. Whole thing is sad as hell.
Yeah, it is.
So Keem put that out. So to me, that's what happened, right? This is the canon going forward.
So I took some time because I was up, early because I'm an old man, but I was reading this morning. I was going through the documentation stuff that or the information that Destiny kind of hit Boogie with.
Right.
And I was reading through it and stuff, and Destiny is correct, right? There's basically two forms of this. There's what they call Vera, and then there's what they call the secondary.
Yeah.
And both of them actually can be triggered from taking testosterone.
Aha.
So if I was being a generous person towards Boogie, which I am not.
No. He's lost that, yeah.
Clear on this. What I could see in my mind happening is he met with his doctor. His doctor starts talking about this, and he mentions the word cancer.
Cancer, yes.
Boogie's mind shuts down, and all he now is I've got cancer, and I'm fucking dying.
Right.
I can see that as happening.
Yes.
Does it excuse him immediately going on and making a video saying I've got cancer, yada, yada? No, it doesn't.
Yep.
But again, we have to remember who we're dealing with here. Boogie's life, for the most part, has been an open book on the internet, right? Either Twitter, YouTube,
but it's a
whatever.
fraudulent book. He makes so much shit up. It's like it's a fucking a fiction. It's not nonfiction.
But the thing of it is you're right. It is 100% fictitious in nature. But in Boogie's world, in the world that Boogie lives in his mind, I don't think it's fictitious. I think he actually convinces himself of this shit.
That's so sick. It's so sick.
1,000%. And sick. What's even worse to me, honestly, is he's got this young, girl, this 21-year-old girl,
when she's already in controversies with. It's unbelievable. Oh.
Yeah, she's evidently got into DMs with guys and shit, and I don't know what all.
Oh,
but,
my God.
You know, it's just like people are making jokes. Blink if you're okay with her shit, right? Because you know he trauma dumps.
Yeah, he does.
And he manipulates, and I can 100% testify that that's what he does. He tries to manipulate through making you feel guilty for him, telling stuff and whatever. And I'm just like, and as a guy that's, I thought I was fairly level-headed about shit. But even that proved not to be the case.
It never is with any of us.
No,
don't worry.
it never is. But,
We're all fucked up.
Yeah, but the thing of it is what I'll say is I guess kind of my final thoughts for all this is it doesn't matter.
No.
At the end of the day, now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Boogie gets this test, and it proves that either he was not lying and that he has confirmed that he does actually have this condition. Or he gets the test and it proves that, well, no, he dodged the bullet in actuality, and good for him, he doesn't have it. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He will always be known as the dude that faked cancer.
Yeah.
Period. That's how do you come back from that shit?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't, but it feels like Local's going to try. It feels like they're going to push forward and just go ahead with this. I'm not sure if that's going to be the plan, but it seems to be. I'm wondering, I don't know. I think in the short term, 1-2 episodes, it'll work. I don't know if it will long term. I think people are going to tire of him real quick because now it's like his bullshit and his shenanigans has been funny and almost endearing in some way up until recently, because he's always getting fucking into something. Tommy's always yelling at him. There's always something like this dude is just a fucking mess, and it's kind of nice to see. Because it confirms everything that I've ever thought about the guy. Seeing him come apart on Local like every week, it's just shown me nothing but confirmation to what I've always thought about the guy. I'm surprised that he lost as much weight as he did after getting the gastric, if I'm being completely honest. He has no discipline. Yep. He has absolutely no fucking discipline. He has no self-fucking control at all. Because he can't stop himself from doing simple things like goddamn lying. Like, he can't help it. It's his inability to stop himself from just don't talk. If you just don't answer the fucking question, but he can't help it. Now I'm going to share a little story about myself. Now, 3 different times when I was in the military, at 3 different points in my almost 10 years in the military, an army doctor attempted to give me cancer. They did. They were like, because the doctors, they don't give a fuck. I had like a weird anomaly in my blood, right? And the fucker pulls me in and he goes, all right, so we found this strange anomaly. And this is before he's already ordered another test, anything. He's like, now it could be nothing. I don't know why he said it like this. He goes, it could be nothing. But in my experience, I have seen multiple times that this points to cancer. And I'm like, what the fuck? Can you say this to me? Are you the way this does not feel like good bedside manner? Like what? And he sends me home. He sends me home with that. So, but when I would tell the story, that's how I would tell the story. If Boogie had that happen to him, he has cancer.
Yeah.
He has cancer. That's what, in his mind, he has cancer. I told the story like that. And then when I would tell the story like that, I'd have people be like, well, don't tell people you have cancer. I'm like, I'm not telling people I have cancer. No, that's not what I'm doing at all. But 3 separate times, 3 times they did that to me, where they would insinuate, indicate, or just flat out assume, oh, you might have fucking cancer. It's because of my family history. To be fair, everyone in my family dies of cancer. No one lives past 60, and everyone goes of cancer or my mother with a fucking heart attack. So it's like... But it's insane. The whole thing is crazy because at the end of the day, what we decide to share is our responsibility, right? We've all learned that, some of us more than others. Hi, my name is Dave. And sometimes just the reality of it. But you learn. Boogie doesn't fucking learn. And it's hard and conflicting because, again, we're all whores. And we understand the game. And it's funny because we have two stories that are similar in some ways, but also kind of not. And I'm glad Sneeko weighed in on both of these because he showed once again how fucking stupid he is. But oh my God, that asshole actually compared the Boogie situation to the Sketch situation. No, excuse me, the Dr. Disrespect situation to the Sketch situation. That asshole. Go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead. That was unbelievable.
That's like apples and oranges, right?
That's like apples and pedophilic oranges.
Yeah.
It's like the Sketch wasn't fucking kids in his OnlyFans porns. He was taking it up the ass. It's okay. That's not the same as texting minors, getting in goddamn DMs with minors. Are you out of your fucking mind? Sneeko's a half a fucking frittata, and I'm being generous with the half.
He's maybe a 16th.
Yes.
I'm raised.
Yes. But it's
speaking
I'm sorry.
Dr. Disrespect did hang on here, let me see if I can find it real quick. They but do you know there's a correlation between him and Boogie? Did you know that?
Oh no, what's their connection?
Let me send this to you.
I gave you power too, so.
Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake.
No, I know. I don't always learn from them.
Where there you are.
But it's funny, and while you're finding that, what stood out to me is you have two guys. You have the Sketch situation where people are giving him shit, and I don't know if I think it's fair that is he playing a character, this special needs character that he plays? Is that a character? Oh. And if it is it any different? Is he just a grifter? Is he just grifting? He went the OnlyFans route, and now he's got this character. You know, what's up, brothers? Wholesome, what all that. But he's not 100% wholesome. I would never say Sketch is 100% wholesome. He says a lot of fucked up things, but guises it with this quirky, autistic fucking character. Then you have Boogie, who got famous for a character, you know, and then after he loses the character, showed that he was so fucked up as a human being, almost a fraudulent form of a person, almost a character, a caricature of a person. And it's just kind of funny to see what the next stage of internet existence for these guys is going to be. Sketch, probably going to be okay. More sympathy there, more empathy there from than anything else. Because who cares? You take it up the dick hole. Jesus, you take it up the ass. You take it up the ass.
Watching The Boys.
Oh God, I actually have been watching The Boys. I actually finally started watching that crazy stupid show. Oh my God. But then you have Boogie, who the problem with Boogie is if in any way that he profited, if you can come to, and I don't think it's a stretch to say that I'm trying to be generous here. If you can't tell, I'm trying to be generous here. And I don't even know why. He doesn't deserve it. I don't like the fucker, but I'm trying to be generous because to me, this is a serious allegation. And if it ends up to be true, I think you got to have your ducks in a row on this. But if you can come to the reasonable conclusion that he profited off of cancer and it turns out that cancer is a lie, I don't know how you can continue to give him money. I don't know how he continues to earn. That's a pretty fucking heinous thing to grift. You know, cryptos, and to do it in the same span of a week, to use it in your crypto, you know, to use that as part of your excuse. I use the crypto to pay for my cancer meds. If you haven't been fucking diagnosed with it yet, what type of fucking creature are you, dude? It's like, that's like, how forgivable is that? I don't know if it is. It's crazy to me.
It's not. You know, I honestly believe there are three versions of Boogie, right? Everybody knows this famous character, Francis. Right? That's what he kind of blew up and got big about, right? And then there's Boogie, right? There's the Boogie character, which is what you would see on his YouTube videos and stuff that he would put out, his rambling vlogs and things like that. And then there was this Steven. That's what you would get when you would tune into his Twitch, because it was a lot more adult orientated. It was a lot more raunchy at times, things like that. Right?
Really?
And people were like, and he would tell people, you know, my Twitch streams are not like the Boogie, you know, videos and stuff.
Right.
And so I think at some point in time, there was like I don't know if they had a meeting of the minds or exactly what, but it's like they all combined, and what we have now is like a combination of the three.
Like, so basically, he's Mr. No, he's that. What was that fucking movie? No, Mr. Glass in it. The Beast.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Beast.
Yeah.
He's the fucking Beast.
Personalities.
Yeah, he's got multiple goddamn. Charles Xavier played the Beast.
Sure.
Charles Xavier played the Beast.
Did you see the video that CoffeeZilla released today on Boogie?
You have that? Can you send that to me real quick? Because I actually wanted to play it. Because that's the one that shows like the phone call.
Yes.
Oh, because it's fucking awesome. It's so great.
Another thing there in Discord where Matt Pitt actually outed who Boogie's doctor was.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Dr. Vinny Boombots. He's Dr. Vinny Boombots. Amanda T in the chat. What's up, girl? How you doing? He will, because he is manipulative, and he will gaslight us and say it's our fault for believing him, and his goldfish died at 5. Because his goldfish died at 5, he faked cancer for 2 years. Yeah, you know what? It's tough. You know, I had a hamster named Ziggy, and he died when I was 6, and I had to burn down 3 houses because of it. So, I mean, I understand it. I get it.
I sent to you in Discord. You,
all right, let me
should
see
have
there.
the new copies.
Let me see here. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. Now, let me get that. Let me get the other one. Which one's this? Oh, okay, that's a Dr. Disrespect one. This is the Map Hit one. Okay. Oh God, that's that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll get. And, oh wow, you got 1,800 likes on that. Nicely done, Mattitude. Good God.
Matt
That's
did
good. He did a good thing there. Look at him. That is wow. That's a horrible picture. He's balancing that on his finger. That's another guy that I never liked. I'm so glad I never liked any of these guys. I couldn't stand Dr. Disrespect. You know the one thing that's wrong with Jeff Huffman?
What's that?
He's a Dr. Disrespect fan. Yeah. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Listen, you can't have everything.
Nobody's perfect. That's true. Nobody's perfect. Thank you for getting me these videos. Also, shout out to Abby Blackbird for throwing some videos in for me earlier as well. Appreciate her, and I appreciate myself for putting it together too. I grabbed some things all on my own. I'm a big boy today.
You're doing good.
I do good. Oh, speaking of doing good, before I go any further, let me selfishly plug myself. Because speaking of doing good, let me find this motherfucker. Where you at, motherfucker? I got all these other stories too that I might talk about. Of course, I can't find it when I want to find it. Come here. There it is. Official Rude Customer Podcast, the show that I do. Go ahead.
Almost up to 500 subs, man.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great.
407. We're rocking along. It's going really well. This is a show that Blossom and I do together where we just shit on a whole bunch of rude customers and rude employees. It's pretty fun. We have a lot of fun, fuck around a lot. It's pretty great. And we're actually really starting to grow. The videos are doing well. The shorts, man. We've had some shorts that hit some really crazy numbers, 39K. So it's shorts. It is what it is, but it's pretty friggin' cool. And it's been a lot of fun to do. So go support Rude Customers Podcast. We have a lot more coming. We got a couple other cool things that are coming along with it. So make sure you guys check that out. I had to selfishly plug because I'm a whore.
I've enjoyed several of the videos. I'm a sub, and I enjoyed several of them. They're entertaining. So you guys do a good job there.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. It's people are insane, and it's great. You can build up a channel off shorts. Oh, absolutely, you can. It's absolutely. All right, let's see this. Do you have any timestamps of when the phone call actually happens? Because that is so fucking funny.
It's right off the get-go.
Oh,
dude.
good.
I mean, it's
okay.
literally right off. The whole thing is the phone call. So,
Basket Artist, it's your show. It can't be selfish. What are you talking about? I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Nah, I'm here for me. Let's be honest. Play the whole thing. Don't skip a thing. Oh man, that's hard for me to do. I'll give it a go though. I'll see how long I'll. Mostly that's the thing. The reason why I'll never be super successful is because most of these videos, when I watch them for more than a couple minutes, make me want to kill myself. So it's hard.
Well, this one's pretty short and sweet. It's only 9 minutes.
Yes.
And like I say, it's pretty much it's just the phone calls.
I love
really
it.
is.
All right, let's watch this with CoffeeZilla. Is he getting sued still by Logan Paul?
The last I heard, yes, Logan Paul had actually filed, and I've seen some of the paperwork and stuff.
It looks farcical, what I saw.
Yeah, of course it is.
I'm surprised it hasn't already been tossed. I feel that's WWE's doing, if it's anything. They seem to be trying to rehab his image.
Well,
They didn't let him go to Japan. I'm just saying he's not. Did you see that? They actually tweeted out. They said they tweeted out and said Logan Paul will not be available for the Japan tour due to prior commitments. I'm like, fuck you lying pieces of shit.
Well, here's the thing. How many WWE fans really? I wonder how many of them really know Paul's history.
I think there's a bigger crossover than you may think.
Well, there may be. I don't know.
Shit show. IWC, man. They live on the internet, and we love fires. We love cancer.
Yeah.
So we love what Boogie doesn't have.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this thing.
We accused of a crypto scam just got accused of faking cancer.
You are.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize. Man, CoffeeZilla must have took this fucking personally. After he got this up quick.
Well, I don't if you know or not, but one of the things that kind of got all this really fired up and started, honestly, was because Boogie told Coffee
He had to pay his bills and shit.
Keem wasn't paying him.
Yeah.
And Keem confronted him about it. Right? And Boogie lied, because that's what Boogie does.
Boogie lies. If Boogie's talking, he's probably lying.
Exactly. And
It's
so
fucking crazy.
Keem had already had it set up to bring Destiny on. Right, and Destiny had already done a stream where he flat out called Boogie a liar and said he doesn't have cancer.
Oh wow!
And yeah, and then he came in or whatever, and you watch Boogie's face because I was watching this shit show last night.
Oh
in
yeah.
between trying to cook supper, and Boogie just started shutting down because he was
how could he not? The second Destiny came in there, he had to start shitting his fucking pants, and then Medicare, like what the fuck? Of all people to come in, how the hell did he keep his shit together when Medicare, Jim, the guy who's actually dying of cancer? It's like, holy shit. And that there's as fucked up as the whole situation is. That was undeniably entertaining. I don't know what that says about all of us. Actually, I'm pretty sure it says we're all sick fucking degenerates that we all have. We're gonna have conversations with God one day. Is all I'm saying. But it's unbelievable. This watching Boogie just kamikaze his fucking career over and over, and somehow the big ball of flab that's around him continues to protect him. It's one of the most fascinating. It's morbidly fascinating. Yeah, it's craziness. Craziness. Everyone's absolutely just going ham on this guy at this point, but I don't know. I have no words. I have no words. All right, let's continue watching this.
Faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Despite being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong and could show his diagnosis to a private third party, he refused to do so, which is annoying because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing. In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money.
I didn't even know that CoffeeZilla did these type of videos.
Yeah, this was on his second channel, so he's lucky. Boogie is very fortunate that he didn't main channel this one, I think.
Did he main channel the other one? Because this, I see wow, he's really lucky he didn't main channel that one.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, and I wished I could credit because there's been so many really good just thoughts and conclusions and stuff. You know, someone said that if Boogie would have never done the cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency is kind of what started this whole thing, cancer investigation, everything, because that really pissed off some people.
As it should have. Look, it's not even that he did it. It's that he did it in 2024. And he did it at a time where he shouldn't have needed to do it. Like, say what you want about Keem. Keem is offering people unbelievable opportunities. Whether you feel it's worth it or not, that's another discussion all the fucking together. But, you know, I know that apparently they don't make the world, but they make pretty decent fucking money. Right. I think it's been leaked now. I think it's all been like kind of put out after, because remember, this happens just a day after Keem goes on and buries the entire cast. He buries everybody and he cries for like 4 fucking hours about how no one appreciates him and about how no one really came to his party. And he's such a fucking baby.
That was kind of a joke, wasn't it?
Was it a joke? Or I was hoping it was all just a joke.
No,
but
it was a joke that he was crying like
oh
that.
my God.
And here's the thing, right? I understand him with, okay, it's a little bit more understanding Boogie Wings making it there and, Wings being kind of like, the little, just bitching and moaning. But from my understanding, that's what Wings does is he just bitches
and moans. That's all. How the fuck he's married? I'll know. I can't. It's unbelievable.
And of course, Boogie is just whatever. But you know what? I don't blame Tommy. I wouldn't have gotten on a fucking plane for 12 hours for a weekend.
No. Look, I saw somebody, and I think it was Chris the Narc. I want to give proper credit. I think it was Chris the Narc who said it. He goes, when I first heard about this and I heard or thought that they were making like $10K a month a piece, I was like, absolutely, Tommy should go. But then I found out that they made like $3,000 a month a piece. And I'm like, fuck that. And I'm 100% with that. And I even understood Keem's point as far as I'm offering Tommy one last chance or whatever. Okay, that's what the fuck ever. But it is a good opportunity, and I can understand someone giving that opportunity and then being like, you should be breaking your ass open to be a part of any of these social events that I'm offering, because do you understand how big of an opportunity this is? And on that, he's not 100% wrong there, but Tommy's not a fucking 20-year-old, 30-year-old kid. He's barely a 40-year-old YouTuber anymore. You know what I mean? He's got a fucking family. He's got a rambunctious kid who's going to be a starting tight end in the NFL one day, and he's gonna fucking he's gonna kill everybody. This kid is gonna be a giant. He might be the first fucking frost giant. This kid, and I got to hold him when he was just a little fucking baby goat.
That's, it's like, this time of the year is extremely busy for parents if they have kids like little Tommy's age. He does the soccer stuff. I mean, there's all that kind of stuff. I mean, so if he goes off, like if Tommy took, like say Tommy was able to finagle where he's over here, say for like a week, and he does the Keemstar thing, and then maybe he visits his parents or his brother or whatever.
Me, I'm not far. You can fucking visit me. See, you don't even fucking you don't even put him in fictitiously. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is he used it to not just do that, but to visit other people as well, right? Then okay, possibly, but then understand he's still putting his wife in a position, right? Because she works. So who's going to be getting little Tommy to the practices and this, that, and whatever else? It would take a lot of planning. I don't know how much of a window of time was. I don't know. I mean, but I understand getting on a plane for like just 12 hours and there's going to be layovers and shit. Yeah, hell, it would for a weekend. No, I don't give a shit if it's $10,000 a month. Hell no.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. No. It's absolute craziness. But I don't know. What Amanda? The whole tweet or the stream the other night was a sketch. I have no idea. It didn't seem like one. Didn't seem like one. Yeah. I don't know. But we'll figure all that out another time and day. But I definitely would never fucking expect Tommy to go to that party. If in his 30s maybe, but he's in his 40s. He's got fucking heart problems. Yeah, motherfucker's he's got a stint in. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What, did you want Tommy to get on the back of the fucking ATV as you whipped 100 miles an hour down your fucking back roads? You think Tommy's going to do that? Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you know Tommy C? Yeah, Tommy's going to get in the back of your ATV and let you whip him around. Okay. No, Tommy was going to go sit in the fucking house. He does not even have Brantley to talk to because Brantley's going to go fucking on the goddamn ATV with you, asshole. But he's going to go smoke fucking cigarettes and find somebody interesting to bitch to. That's what Tommy was going to do. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, stop it. What the fuck? Like, oh, my God. I can't. Oh, by the way, I said the other day, I wasn't able to call in, but big congrats to Tommy on 50K. I mean, it fucking shot from the point. I was there when it started. It's amazing. It was a total different fucking monster back then, and to see what it's become, what it's evolved into, and the staying power It's incredibly humbling to see. 50K, it's as relevant as it is irrelevant. And that's kind of the beauty of relics like us. You know, so there you go.
I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically, why he had to
fighting cancer.
Promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest. I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't just show it if he had a diagnosis. But either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that. But
what's the odds? Where do you place this at? Like, if you had to put a percentage on if Boogie has cancer, what would you put it at? You're putting a percentage on, does Boogie have cancer? Yeah. Yes, Boogie has cancer. What percentage?
Well, knowing how shit luck of life he's had, if you would take him at his word, which I would say probably about maybe 60-40 that he probably doesn't. Doesn't, yeah. Maybe 70-30, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Basket artist got him at 0.01. That might be generous. That might be generous. It's funny, too, because one of the funniest things I saw with the crypto scam was when Muda basically said, "I'm rooting for cancer."
Yeah.
And then I said something that I thought was kind of fucked up too. I said, I didn't have cancer making a comeback for killing Boogie on my 2024 bingo card. It's like, holy shit. Like, but cancer's getting a face turn if it kills Boogie now. Oh my God. And the thing is, look, I've never liked the guy. I make no qualms about that. You and I have talked about this in the past.
Sure.
I had to give you the come to Jesus fucking talk about who the fuck are you defending here. You know, we've talked about this in the past. And look, I don't even blame you. There are so many fucking people. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I was a big fat guy and I somehow, and I still can't even tell you how, I lost it. I did it. I did it on my own. I just fucking did it. Some fucking how, some way I did it. I hate the bastard because he tried to fucking cheat. And he's still getting, and there's nothing wrong with getting gastric. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you can't do it at least a little bit on your own, it's going to be very hard for you to fucking maintain and do it with gastric, and it's a lot more fucking dangerous. He's lucky he hasn't died with all the weight that he's fucking put back on and come back off. It's not fucking good for what his health at fucking all. So maybe I got a little built an extra resentment for him. But to me, he's always come off as a grifter. He's always come off as a farce. I had to sit when Billy the Fridger used to come back on, and he would, and I heard Billy on earlier on Chopping the Point too. He still does this. He still just fucking white knights for Boogie and gives him every fucking benefit of the doubt. I don't understand this. He did this 5 fucking years ago. I get that he's friends with all these controversial people. I get that he's friends with pieces of shit human beings, and he's okay with it. And I guess that's fine. What the fuck ever. But you can't keep just saying that like this is no big fucking deal. Like, I don't know what type of credibility Billy has, if people still like really take what he says seriously, or if they ever did. But that can't be helpful. Like, it's not. If it turns out that he absolutely lied, and it's even worse than we knew, or even what he's done, it's going to be very hard to defend that and rebound it. And I just don't understand why he constantly just seems to turn a blind eye to it. I don't get it.
To that point, Dave, I think the internet can be a somewhat forgiving place. If you screw up, you make mistakes, whatever. You own up. You say, "Hey, I forget," whatever, right? But
absolutely,
man, the big C, they're not forgiving of that shit.
No, it's hard to be. How can you be? Because here's the thing. You can joke about AIDS, and South Park has made this joke. There's a moratorium on how long it can be before you make a joke. It's not how long that something's been around. It's been how long where it's been innocuous. AIDS don't kill nobody no more. Okay? It just doesn't. It does, but it really doesn't compared to what it fucking does, what it used to do, and compared to other. Absolutely, it killed celebrities. It killed Freddie fucking Mercury. Like, come on. And cancer kills people it doesn't matter. Like, it's indiscriminate. Like AIDS was, it's indiscriminate. If you get it, it's probably your ass. It's less likely your ass than ever before, but it's still probably your ass, especially if it's in your ass. point being, you can't. It's going to be harder to re-educate the public to accept that as a line of joking when it's still actively killing people. Like, we can make jokes about COVID now because of what we lived through with COVID, not just how crazy that situation is. But a lot of fucking people died there at that time. And a lot of people were upset over some of the jokes that were being told. It was just, it's fucking craziness when you can get away with a joke and when you can't.
We were sitting there having dinner last night, and I was just, of course, I had my phone there, and I was listening to this stuff while we was having dinner, and my wife was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, and I told her, and I said, I don't think there's any coming back from this, right? And I said, she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "That's the thing about cancer, right? Everybody on this planet has been directly affected by cancer. Everybody has lost a loved one to cancer.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you just, you just can't do what, he's been accused of doing, because it's affected too many people."
Yeah. And I'm pretty good about giving people the benefit of the doubt on stuff like this, because you can't necessarily take responsibility for everybody else's emotions because of your lie, because of something you could take direct responsibility, but you don't necessarily have to start feeling bad for everybody who's lost somebody to cancer. But you should. It's a good thing to fucking do, to have that type of empathy, but you don't necessarily have to, is my point. It's when you lie, it's a direct thing that you're affected with. All that being said, when I read about this and saw this morning, I could not stop myself from going right to somebody that I love very fucking much, who only recently in the community, fake ass twat, someone who I've known for a decade, 2-3 fucking months ago, loses his mother to cancer in this horrific fucking way. It was just, I love this kid so much, and I don't like to try to get mad over a lie that somebody tells because of another situation that somebody else who I happen to care about has gone through. But I couldn't fucking help it. If Boogie would have been in front of me at that moment, I would have punched him. I would have punched him in the face. I was almost physically angry at the thought of it, because it's a pretty fucking heartless thing to do. It's pretty grifty, I can't put it on, like, you go to other grifts of people being horrible, like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, when he's grifting at the beginning of the movie as a Vietnam vet with no legs.
No legs.
Pretty fucking horrific, but also hilarious. Yeah. There's really nothing funny about faking cancer when it was just for profit, when it was just another angle, when it was just another shtick. It's fucking crazy. Abby says Wing's wife had it. Oh God, yeah. He may never come back on. Do you think Low Cal continues?
I think it continues, and I understand, like, Keem's thought about, keeping Boogie on there just for holding him accountable and stuff, right?
I thought that was stupid. I actually thought that was dumb.
Here's the problem with that, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, you 100% call me on my shit here, Dave.
Sure.
How do you hold someone accountable if they refuse to accept accountability?
Right. That was one of the first things I thought about, but I also thought about this. How do you do a show where it's very much fan funded? There's donos involved. Yeah. There's a lot of fucking love involved. People supporting. You're asking them to support. You're asking them to support a fraud. You're asking them to support somebody who's not only frauded them once recently, but multiple times recently. And over the course of his career, there's a lot of iffy fucking situations. So at what point does that become detrimental? You think that Low Cal Live is, maybe it never was, but you think it's going to be appealing to sponsors? Like, you're going to pitch Boogie to fucking the cancer faker to fucking sponsors? Like, no, it's going to be a very tough sell.
Yeah.
Very tough sell. Real quick. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you, please.
And the thing of it is, I'm sure that there's probably other people that they could, put in Boogie's spot.
Oh yeah, there's no shortage of locales. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Absolutely. Did you see this yet? Did you see this at the beginning of the show? I'm going to play this again.
Ricky has been killing it here lately.
Ricky has just been killing it for the last couple of years in general, like couple milli sub channels, all that type of stuff. Like he's working with everybody, dream type shit. Like I'm so happy for him. I never expected this. I never expected. I guess he is actually coming to the news and he's doing Cripple News. Apparently this is a real fucking thing. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely massive because this is funny. I'm going to play this again because this is absolutely... What's up, Toxic Piplup? How you doing? This is funny. If you haven't seen this, I'm playing this again. For one, it's probably the best summation of the Boogie situation. Two, it's a quick little teaser for what's to come from Ricky Berwick. And three, watch what he does with the sketch comedy. It's like a handy capable daily show. You know, it's gonna be incredible.
When the truth is under attack, there's only one place to get the true news. Cripple News.
He's fat. He's stupid. He's a scammer. And he's probably lying about cancer. Last night on Locale Live, Boogie was confronted by streamer Destiny claiming that Boogie lied about cancer all this time. When pressed about providing evidence, Boogie refused to show anything. He said he'd rather go homeless than to show his medical records because it goes against his principles.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
it might happen.
The same guy who scams his fans, e-begs, spends a fortune on hookers. He's too principled to show the internet that he's not lying about cancer. Cancer? I didn't say he had cancer. I said he was the cancer. You know how much that fat pig lost me in crypto? For our continuing coverage of Boogie, tune in this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern.
I love it. I love him. He's going to be... But Tommy might try to fight him now. Because it definitely has a feel of an old Tommy C show. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. He's not exactly his stupid fucking character, but I'm just saying. It looks a little familiar.
What was that? To get to the point, that new show he did there for a while, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, it has its... it has that smell to it a little bit, yeah. But
Definitely a little Rip Wilson use. Yeah, Rip Wilson's coming back and he's going to murder Ricky Berwick. Rip Wilson strangles Ricky Berwick to death. That would be incredible. And then you know who can cover it? Who is that fucking guy who was doing news as that? Who was that fucking guy?
Scarce?
No. God, Tree Boy? No, the other. I worked with him for a little while. I did a hosting job with his show. What the fuck was his name? He was really funny for a little while. He did these incredible green screen. What was his name? He acted like his brother was dead. I had him on my show. I hosted his show. Oh my God, I cannot believe I have forgotten this cat's name. He was really, really, really good. There was a whole bunch of guys who were like that back then who were doing John Scream. John fucking Scream.
I couldn't remember. Good pull, Toxic.
That's a great pull, Toxic, because I could not remember that fucking
I
name.
couldn't remember his name. Yeah, but he did some stuff with Tommy too, didn't he, John?
Oh yeah, absolutely he did. Amanda T. Davis, the Forrest Gump of YouTube. Man, that is actually scarily accurate. I just need to be rich now. Can I get some shrimp money? I need some shrimp money. That's all I'm asking is a little bit of motherfucking shrimp. I have done like everything. I've done a lot of weird shit. Nothing maintained because I have no discipline, but I've done a lot of things. Holy God. Oh my goodness. All right, let's finish watching this. You know what never changes? We are never getting through videos. It never happens. We've got through 56 seconds, Riveter.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Why change a good thing? Right?
Why fucking change the formula? I agree.
But what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place. So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other.
Hold on, Mr. Gamer, will this controversy be etched into the history books of YouTube? Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm surprised at how big it got. He was trending pretty high last night on the old X, and everyone's making videos on this. So, yeah.
People were streaming last night. There's been more VODs just put out, or recorded videos stuff put out today. More streams. Yeah, this is.
So here's what I think it's going to do. For people that loved Boogie, that actually enjoyed Francis and all that, I think this will finally fully cut that cord. I think this will be that final detachment, and they can finally drift away. Bye-bye. For people like me and other creators and people who have never liked Boogie, who thought he was not really funny as Francis, who thought he was a fraud, who thought he was like all this, what we lose is the respect. Because no matter what, we always had to say, yeah, but he's a legend. Yeah, but he's one of the OGs. Yeah, he was one of the ones who laid the groundwork. After this last week of his career, I don't think that legend status no longer is validated. Nobody gives a fuck. Like now he's starting to jeopardize that. I think that's what he does for people like me who already didn't give a fuck. I can no longer have that caveat but at least I don't respect him. I have no respect for Boogie. None. He's a fucking absolute joke.
I don't know if you know this, but do you know who was live streaming last night and started picking up on that stream and started watching, reacting to it?
Who's that?
Moist Critical. So he's gonna clip that shit out and put out, parts of that stream.
Oh my God. No, and Destiny's gonna attack this. Everyone's gonna attack this. Yeah. And the thing is, Boogie is not only stupid. Boogie is not, he's not even one of those stupid people who secretly thinks he's smart or any of that. Yeah. I honestly, he's not retarded. He's not I don't think he's mentally handicapped in that department. I don't think he's but he is so low on the IQ scale. Like if there's one tick above retardation, like an eighth, like a shaving, like a pubic hair above the retard line, he's functionally normal. Barely. That might be the most common description that I can give him. But he's not the smartest guy in the fucking room. He doesn't pretend to be. But the people that he's pissing off, some of these guys are really fucking smart. And if they're not smart, they're really good at researching. And then you got guys that are like CoffeeZilla who are fucking both. So,
Yeah. That's one of the things that Tommy said, was, it's one thing to sit there and try to, bullshit just the average, guy like me who's, just a little bit above plumb.
Fans are stupid. Fans are stupid. Yeah. They're blinded by you. They love you. They still see that aura. They still see Francis. You can get away through them. And it's not even because they're stupid. It's because they love you. Makes it even fucking sadder. But that's the truth. They trust you. They love you. They think that you wouldn't fuck them. And you fucked them anyway. And that's what's really sad about it. Please continue. It just pissed me off.
Yeah, but it's like when you try to lie to people like, Mudahar or Coffee here.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
You can't lie to these guys.
No.
Because they remember everything you say, and then they start digging.
Yep.
And and if you've lied, they're gonna catch you in it. And that's what happens. So.
And what's even scarier is they have fan bases who believe they are as smart as the people that they watch. So they try real hard to catch you. They try, the fans, they try so hard to find the little things that even their fucking idol doesn't find because somehow that gives them points. You're
sure.
Like, why would you openly walk into this? And you gotta kind of for as much as you feel good in the short term for the local crew, because this is gonna make a little bit of money on. Like last night did amazing. It had to have done a fucking amazing. I'm sure for the next couple of weeks it will. But after that, I'm just wondering how many people are gonna grow tired of it. And if it's going to affect the rest of them anyway, and if they're, it's just, there's a lot to be played out here. It's a very interesting situation.
Yeah. I think this next little section is where Boogie actually loses his shit on Coffee. He's yelling and screaming.
I love it. Let's hear that. Boogie. I love fucking Ricky Berwick. Boogie. Christina Vina, how you doing?
For a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then. It's very common.
I'm saying.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
I can tell. Yes.
Scrutiny.
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
I
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm not used to this level of scrutiny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a telling
Everybody just-
statement.
Yeah, but he's used to he's used to believing this bullshit. Just
Yeah,
take
exactly.
this,
That's scary. That means his girlfriend, means everyone, nobody questions this man's fucking bullshit at all. But I know that can't be true. Tommy fucking scrutinizes him. They fight every week on fucking Locale because he can't answer questions fucking normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Tommy has a short fuse for bullshit. Like, even if it's not full bullshit, it's like cow poop. Like, Tommy's gonna fucking turn it into bullshit. Like, you have no clue. He can be sometimes very quick to that. But even with that, he's always pretty fair to Boogie. You know, it's like he's never been like crazy, jump the gun on anything with Boogie. Like, I'm not gonna go as far as to say that he's been almost kid glove with Boogie, but for Tommy C, kinda. There are times where we would think Tommy would have gone way harder at times, but he's gone hard, but not in the same way. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Sure. I think it kind of goes back to what you said earlier, though, right? It's like you don't like the dude, but you're like, yeah, but he's old school. He's an OG, right? And so you're whatever. And I think maybe a little bit, but Tommy, maybe possibly.
Oh shit, you've been quiet. I'm sorry. People, Christina Vina just told me that you were quiet, and I know why. It's because now you should be nice and loud. There you go.
Okay. Well, no, I was just saying, I think it's kind of what goes back to what you said earlier. You know, even though you personally didn't really never care for Boogie or his antics, you're like, well, yeah, but he's old school, he's OG, whatever, right? And I think that's kind of the deal. I mean, with Tommy, maybe a little bit, but you know, when you have, and this is in no way in my thought because I love Tommy to death, but you know, when you have somebody like Coffee with the following he has, or someone like Mudahar or Destiny with their following, and they're calling it's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother level. And, you know, so yeah. And I don't know if anyone has ever really went after Boogie with that type of level of, you know, maybe Turkey Tom a little bit.
Right.
But I don't think Boogie's ever really had the light shined on him like this before.
Really? So. That's kind of shocking to me almost.
Yeah.
Because like Keem doesn't hit him that hard. Like, Keem's mean to him.
Yeah,
Keem's
but even
really
last
mean
night,
to him.
he is. But even last night, he was like, now I'm starting to feel sorry for him, and I just, and stuff. So,
but he's tied to him financially. Like, Tommy's tied to him financially. These guys are tied to him. Like, I can understand it. It's completely understandable. You know. But by the way, if you said it in the chat earlier and I didn't see it, I'm very sorry. But everybody should eat bags of dicks. Riveter, you should be mad at everybody because you were quiet the entire stream and nobody gave you any fucking love.
Well,
and then
that's
Christina Vina came in and was like, is that Riveter? Because Christina Vina is the squeaky fucking wheel. She's going to get the grease. And she, I can't really hear another Riveter. So I had to go and look at it, and then I turned you up, and now people can hear that beautiful fucking southern drawl. Look at that shit.
You know, here's the thing too, though, right? I mean, I know he's tied to him financially,
Yeah.
Do you think? And I don't know, but do you think he kind of still has a little bit of a soft spot for Boogie too?
Yes.
I mean, an actual,
absolutely.
I mean, Keem can be an asshole 100%, but I think Keem also has a little bit of a soft spot or belly there too, for certain situations.
Oh yeah,
so,
absolutely.
yeah. So anyway, but
I
yeah,
think it's very possible that he still has a big soft spot. Absolutely.
yeah.
No, I yell at everybody. I mean, everybody gets love. Everybody gets the yelling love around here. It's a Dave tatership, not a Dave democracy. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. But I'm going to prove everybody wrong. We're going to finish this fucking video. That's going to happen.
You put on like 2x.
No, that's not me. I find that annoying.
Really?
Yeah, because you miss nuance. You miss nuance if you don't watch it at normal speed. There's speech things that are very important that you have to see. There's eye movements, there's facial movements, there's things that you can't see at 1.5. You can't see it 2x. At least in my opinion. But I also don't ever finish videos, so
big problem with this, because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquial.
No, that's the beautiful thing about Tommy Abbey. He really doesn't fucking care. No, he does not. He does not, and I don't blame him. I don't. That's the thing. You can't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, let him torch his whole career. Who gives a shit? I'll get the goddamn marshmallows. We'll all roast them together. I don't care, because at the end of the day, that's his problem. That he's doing this all to himself. Boogie is doing it all to himself. Enjoy the show.
I've never heard before. If you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital,
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then? From where I was sitting, instead of having spent the money on medical bills, it looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking...
A fucking liar.
You paid about $2,500. Like, you're also talking about money you haven't spent, which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking...
I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000 Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay. Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You, it's spent. If I do, I won't have
It's not spent. You have $5,000.
No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally shifting the goalposts. Remember,
I won't have mortgage. Oh my God.
I won't have mortgage, you guys. Oh my God, I won't have mortgage. Somebody help me. I won't have mortgage. I'm living in a hot dog with my mom. I won't have mortgage.
Shut the fuck up.
reason we were told the money was at Mercy Hospital right now, that was initially. Now it's because he's got a mortgage. But also, Boogie had showed me his income for the last month, and it looked to me like the podcast is what paid for his mortgage. And so I asked, wouldn't that money pay for your mortgage? Boogie said, this month it wouldn't, because he had to go on a special trip, and his co-host was withholding all the money for that month.
You understand?
You're not getting a Where's your podcast payment coming from? You got that on the 30th.
It's being fucking kept so we could go for this goddamn trip. The money's coming out of my goddamn paycheck.
So you're going on a trip.
What?
Yes, I'm being forced to go up there to film the fucking podcast live.
I can't believe he would say that to somebody on the record.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well,
like I have no love for Keem. We all know that. I got a history with Keem. I like whatever. But that's absolutely throwing Keemstar under the bus.
Well,
like head fucking first.
It's okay. So Boogie claims that this interview we're seeing here, right?
Yeah.
And you could tell it's different from the one that was actually put out. That he didn't tell Boogie that he was recording it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so when he found out after they went through so far into it, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm recording." Boogie lost his shit.
Oh, do we get to see that in this video too?
No. But I guess he convinced Coffee to let them redo the interview, and with him knowing that it was being recorded.
Oh, and that's what was put out the first time?
That's what was put out the first time. The reason why this here is coming out is because
that's interesting.
Coffee called Keem because he's like, are you not paying these guys?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And Keem said, and he went into further detail last night. He
said, Keem quit.
Yeah. Well, what happened is he held back a portion of the monies for this last month to cover those travel expenses, but he still sent each one of them got, like, I think he said $2,100. And then what would happen is any monies that was left over, or if the total expenses for the travels, whatever, exceeded what he withheld, then he would hold the remainings out from the next month's payment. Otherwise, he would return excess to, so they would get and paid in full, whatever, right, was left over, this little kitty that he held back to travel, for travel expenses and stuff. That's what happened. But what Boogie's sitting here telling Coffee is, well, he held all the money and I didn't get any money.
Forcing me to go.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Now, this isn't the first time. Now, obviously, people are going to feel ways about Keem withholding any amount of money for these trips that he's very heavily insinuating you should come to, whatever the case may be. And that definitely throwing you under the bus if you don't go. This isn't the first time that we've seen this type of shit. In the past with Krista Narc and the project with fucking Salvo and all that, there was always the travel, fucking all these costs. So you and I talked about this in the past. I guess it's a good question to ask once again. Is he being financially responsible and disciplined and taking mitigated risks because these shows are risky and the people that he's working with are risky? Or is he being a cheap fuck?
Okay, so what I will say is him holding money to cover the travel expenses, as long as everybody involved was okay with that, no problems whatsoever. Right.
But it still is. Do you think it's a cheap move? Is it a little bit of a cheap move? It's your party and you're going to fucking take it out of your goddamn employees' funds that you pay them to fucking pay for a party at your house that you're making them come to?
Sure. But I think the understanding is that when they all got there, they were actually going to do like content. a lockout, in person.
True.
And of course that didn't occur either.
True. No, that's actually a good point. That's fair because there was going to be opportunity to make content. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. So, here's what I think the way personally, I think a better way of doing it is if they're owed the money, pay the money, right? And then if the guys are going to be able to travel, whatever, that they could travel and leave it up to them then in turn to write it off on their taxes as business expense, because the way that he was doing it, then he's going to have to keep track of all the records and he's going to have to show that as expense against the company as a whole.
True.
And so then that means he has to get receipts from Wings because I think Wings paid for the Airbnb, air flights from Wings and his wife and all that. So you have to worry about getting all the receipts and all that other kind of stuff.
What a hassle.
What a hassle. The way I would have done it, said, hey, if you can come, great, whatever. And then they could just write off as a business expense on each individual's taxes.
Yeah. Because it is a lot to be putting on yourself for a party that you're throwing. Yeah, I agree. But he at least was trying. Give him that.
Sure. I mean, I think either way works.
But it would have worked better if he just said, hey, I got your guys' flight. Please come to my party. I got a little something special planned as well. Yeah. I mean, isn't that where he fucking proposed to Brantley?
Yeah. Yeah,
what the fuck, man? I mean, pay for the flights, you asshole.
Well, okay, but all right. So hang on. I understand, he's multimillionaire and all that, right?
Yeah.
But
and these guys can make him another multimillionaire, multi-time over. Yeah.
Sure, I get all that, but I think sometimes everybody's different, right? Like, so if I was a I'll put it this way. If I was a multimillionaire and stuff, right, and I was having a special thing like that and I invited people, then yeah, I would provide
I was going to say, don't
travel.
you dare fucking lie.
No,
I
I
was
would
going to
pay
say,
for- I would
I
pay
will
for their
call your
travel.
fucking ass out, you computer buying bitch.
Yeah,
I will call you out.
100%. I would pay, and I would make sure they had a place to stay.
Yeah, you would.
If I had a house
You'd
big enough,
tuck
I'd let them
in
stay
at
with
night.
me.
You'd kiss them on the forehead, read them a story.
Exactly. Little piece of chocolate on their pillow and stuff,
Andy's
right?
candy and shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Make sure I had plenty of dubage so we could do some fatties.
That's
I mean,
right. I love that you're a fucking pothead now. Yay! I love it.
But again, I'm different.
Yes, you are.
I understand one thing, right? You can't take anything you have with you when you leave this world, right? So you might as well enjoy it with your family and friends while you're here. Period, right?
Yep.
So no, Basket, I'm not exactly a pothead, but I do indulge to help with
Big stoner. Big weed head. Massive ganja artist over there. I love it, man. I got the medical card now. Got my medical card.
Dude, I've got to finish getting mine. I've just been kind of lazy and I haven't finished getting it, so I've been having to go up north where they have it for recreational.
I've been driving up to, yes, I drive now. I have a fucking license. What the ass?
You know what, dude? What was it? 3 or 4 years ago, where, I was like talking to you. I was like, man, I hope one day you can get where you could, because we were worried about you being on a fucking bicycle.
I was still on the cane 3 years ago.
Yeah, and now you're driving, you're walking, you're doing all these tours.
I pay for it fucking daily. I smoke more weed than Cheech and Chung combined, but I get through it. I'm telling you, it's pretty fucking great. It's pretty good.
You know what? I'm just constantly still amazed at your transformation, man.
Well, it was necessity. I needed to make money, so I had to go back to work. And for a while, being on the cane was completely fine. Remember, in 2013, they told me neurologically I was not going to be able to drive. I was done.
Sure.
Those days were done. The stimulator breaks almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years in December that the stimulator breaks. Ever since then, I had to change my mentality. Because now I don't have that button that I can just make the pain go away. So I have to figure something else out. So 3 years ago, I really started strengthening everything. I started really strengthening my legs again, just so I'd be able to walk, because my shoulder was starting to go. The cane was killing my shoulder, and I have not gotten that repaired. I can't really put any downward pressure. I can't hold my body weight on the cane. So I'm like, I got to get my legs strong. So I started walking 25,000 steps a day. And now I can walk. I can take those steps. I'm dying, but I can do it. That's important. But I still never thought that I would get the go ahead to be able to drive. And what a fucking experience. What a crazy ass experience.
It's I know you were using public transportation and things like that, but there's just so much more freedom.
Oh my God.
You have your own vehicle, right?
It's awesome.
You
I
go
to
when you want to go. Yeah, you go when you want to go, right? You're not having I got to be by such time because I got to be the schedule and all that, And you don't have some obnoxious asshole sitting beside you, that's hungover or reeks or whatever,
right?
So
no people pissing on the seat next to you. My God, unless the party was really good.
Yeah,
but it's awesome. It's been life changing. The freedom, the bike gave me a lot of freedom, but this being able to go to different states, visit people, travel for better deals on weed, travel for this card stuff. My card cabinet at the shop is ridiculous. Like so much stuff. It's just been absolutely insane. Anyway, catch up time will be coming. I'm quite sure. More Coffeezilla.
I told him I didn't want to. He told me the business was going to pay for it. And then he just said he's taking it out of the check.
Now, later, I asked his co-host Keemstar about this, and he seemed surprised. He said the show definitely pays for Boogie's mortgage, so I was confused. Later, Boogie was confronted on this by his co-host, and Boogie suggested maybe I edited the clip out of context.
You told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the fucking recording because he recorded you.
Then what? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of context?
Well, if he wants to play that game, here's the clip where Boogie directs.
Boogie's so stupid. Why would he not think the coffee would correct this?
Do you think sometimes Boogie gets so into his own head or whatever that you want to call it that he actually forgets what the hell he says?
It's that or it's compulsive. It's either that or it's compulsive. There's really not a lot of other things it can fucking be. He does it too much.
Yeah. I think Christina there he's a pathological liar. Well, that's yes, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
But well, and of course the thing about it is when you tell lies, most liars who are pathological in nature or just they keep track of their lies.
Oh.
And
eventually
that's
piles
the thing.
up. Yeah, it takes over.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
Directly says it. He says he's not getting paid. Boogie, you could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No.
And I couldn't. No, listen.
Well, I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring
I know
the
it's
fact
going to happen.
that I need to pay mortgage.
Yes, your mortgage, right? Which should have come from the podcast.
There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which should have come, but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
This guy is so manipulative. He has managed to move the story from the money's at Mercy Hospital right now to, well, I have $2,500 of medical expenses at some point in the month to, well, the reason I'm ending the month with $5,000 is because I'm such a great saver and I needed to pay my mortgage to, no, actually, that mortgage was paid for too. The last point I want to address is the accusations he made against me on his show. He says,
oh my fucking God. Oh, he's saving the best for last. He's Vanessa Williams in this, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
As they say, the final nails in the coffin are fixing to happen.
Oh, it feels like it because there felt like there was a little bit of a build up there. Like he got a little pep in his giddy up as he started to say that. It's like since he wanted to attack my character, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious douchebag. Here we go.
So I mean, let's be honest about it, right? All Coffee has in this YouTube sphere, right, is his reputation.
That's it.
Right, because that's what he does is he goes after these people who are fraudulent, who scam and whatever, right? And so if he allows somebody like Boogie to make these statements unchallenged or corrected, whatever, then it does look bad on him, and he has to come in and do exactly what he's doing here. So, yeah,
100%. All right, let's hear this. Let's hear this swan song.
He should have never taken a call with me. He says I recorded him without his consent, despite me telling him up front this was all going to be public and that I was approaching him for comment. This guy now acts like I tricked him.
I should have never talked to CoffeeZilla to begin with. It was a joke, CoffeeZilla.
Who told you that?
Of course you.
Look at Tommy. Tommy, who never takes the opportunity, never misses the opportunity to say he's right. It's like, who told you that? Because I can imagine. Don't you dare fucking talk to CoffeeZilla. What are you crazy? If Boogie would have, you're Boogie right now. I'm Tommy. You tell me that you're going to talk to CoffeeZilla about this whole scandal.
I'm gonna talk to Coffee about this because I think I can make it.
What? What are you gonna do?
Talk to CoffeeZilla.
Who are you gonna fucking talk to? What?
Yeah, Coffee. Because
No, you're not. 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 Why would you talk to? Why would you talk to CoffeeZilla? It pretty much goes something like that. It's like you're not talking to CoffeeZilla. Yeah. You absolutely are not talking to CoffeeZilla. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
Fucking did. Much less a second fucking time. Then in this, by the way, CoffeeZilla records you without telling you he records you.
That's not
Name
true.
a
He
YouTuber does.
He told
no,
me.
he did in the first time. In the first time.
Well, I think it's worth showing you then how he talked about me behind the scenes when he spoke with me, because it was very different to what he's saying now. Now he's saying I'm taking him out of context, that he didn't know what was going on. Here's what he was saying back then.
Amount of integrity. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, no. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to do it. It's something that I really like people to know ahead of time. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I try to play a long game with YouTube. I'm not interested in like a quick video. Yeah. Like, who cares? Like, I'd rather, you know, you look better and you get your point across than.
Thank you. And it shows that you have the integrity that I believe you did.
He's
110%. It means so much. Many YouTubers would not have done that for me, and you did, and I think that's incredible. And I even, no matter what you have to say in this video, I'll never have a bad thing to say about you. Even on the show, even on the Low Cow podcast, where my job is going to be to attack you back, I'm just not going to do it. I think Coffee was there. I'll be genuine. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right.
I really appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Oh my! He double-handed him. He's got the whole shaft in his mouth.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, he hot toed on that thing, baby.
Put on that thing. Oh my God! What the fuck, man? And you know what? I was thinking about something as I was listening to CoffeeZilla respond to him. Now, Boogie gets a lot of shit, but usually from people like Keem and people who are just like, who cover stories like Boogie and are not charitable. But on the whole, because of who Boogie has been, because of his legend status, because of Francis, because of his hardships, because of all the things that he tells people that he's been through, because of his weight loss, because of all these things, he's a fairly coddled fucking guy. You know, people are fairly fucking kid gloves with this guy. I mean, Coffee at the beginning, he was doing nothing aggressive. He was doing nothing unfair. He wasn't twisting anything. And Boogie still could do nothing but act like a child and scream and threaten. And then when that didn't work and he had just faced the questions, he sucks his fucking cock sloppily, absolutely just goes to town and takes a bukkake fucking facial. And then he wipes it off on Keemstar's beard on the fucking Low Cow podcast. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, this dude is about as fraudulent as it gets, right? This is unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's typical. I think Boogie, conversation with one person, it goes one way because he says what he thinks the person wants to hear. So they can try to manipulate him into doing what would be best for Boogie.
Fuck.
And then he goes into something else and it's 180 out. It's just, talking about how I won't attack you back. I'll do this. And and then he goes on there and and here's the thing, right? We have to remember that stream originally started out was they were supposed to be countering the things that Keem had said the night before.
Right. This was the blow off stream. This was the payoff for the quitting.
Yes. And and then the next thing we know, we have a 4-hour stream. And by the way, and I tweeted this out, and I truly do mean this. Tommy needs some big hands of rounds of applause because he was the one that was like producing that whole thing and streaming it all. And he had to sit there, and God knows he probably hadn't had any sleep, right?
Yeah,
it's a totally different time zone.
Add 6 hours. Add 6 hours to where you are right now. If you're on the East Coast, that's what Tommy was doing all this shit. So
And so, I felt for him. As one old man, I felt for him.
He got fucking paid very well. Now, fuck that. No. I'm old too. He got paid really fucking well, and he got to do. I know how excited he was for the numbers. They drew a lot of people live, didn't they?
Yes. They're fairly certain they probably got view botted because at one point I think they were up to like 8,000 plus or something.
I saw somebody say like 20,000 or something.
It may have gotten that high. Yeah,
like some dumb fucking number. I was like, I might have been Leon. I don't know who it was. I saw somebody talk about it earlier. But I don't know,
Tommy hang in 38,000.
38 fucking thousand. That's insane. I would have shit myself.
Yeah, but
when
Tommy
we hit 12
hung in there
on Catch 33, I fucking had to hold it together. I was white knuckling it.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Tommy stood around, or everybody else left last night, and he stayed in there to shout out all the donos and all that stuff, right? And he was doing that, and it was like 5,000 people still watching him, just reading the donos and stuff.
That's
going through
awesome.
that.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
that was, I thought that was pretty kind of stand up that Tommy did that. Actually, he didn't just run.
Well, he got called out the night before for not doing anything. Keemstar called him out for fucking half-assing. Tommy's arm could have been falling off, and he was not leaving that show early. Are you out of your mind? Do you not know Tommy C? Like the night before, Keemstar said, "You fucking piece of shit. You don't do anything. You're half-assing this whole thing." Like what the shit? Like Tommy could, everyone could have died, and Tommy was showing up for that stream. He was gonna be the last one out. There's no question in my mind on that.
Well, I don't know. I still tip my hat to the guy. Yeah,
but
man.
Listen, if there's anything I know about Tommy C, he's fueled off of two fucking things more than anything else: nicotine and spite. All right.
Yeah.
He will out petty you, man. Dude, like, let me tell you something. I'm the king of petty. Richard Petty, Kyle Petty, Tom Petty. I love all the petties. Tommy is. Man, don't ever say something like that and don't expect a fucking big response the next night. He was out there Mark Messier in the shit. He was old captain that motherfucker. You gonna call out Tommy's work ethic? You gonna call out his hustle? Shit. Put on that C. He ain't missing that. He changed his shirt at one point.
Yeah.
8 to 9K was probably the real number. Still incredibly impressive.
Yeah. Jeez.
Incredibly impressive. Really was. A whole bunch of things Abby Blackbird put into the my Discord there. Some of the funny little interactions. There's Matt Jarbo. Shit like this is why I'm glad I have a job. Fucking word, Matt. Fucking God. I'll deal with the goddamn crackheads at my shop any day. Any day of the fucking week. Good Lord. Nick DiOrio, Boogie said that he would show medical records of Destiny. I asked him nicely last night. Well, I asked him about his condition nicely, and he bitched about me by name on stream. Do you have a secondary polycythemia? This is specifically what I was told I have. I don't know what secondary is. What a fucking asshole. What a chooch. Oh, my God. I don't even know what this one was. Not even fucking sure. So it's a. Oh,
I think that's
where.
I think that's where Destiny actually joined in on the server or into the stream, and just it went crazy. When
Terrifying Reddit. Reddit scares me. I don't know what Reddit is. Fucking Medicare. Fucking Medicare shows up. Was a guest on Local Live with Keemstar and Co. Yesterday, where Boogie got confronted on a whole ton of stuff by his co-host as well as Destiny. It was a disaster that with Boogie threatening to leave the internet for good and refusing to prove everyone wrong by providing the smallest piece of evidence for a payday of up to $80,000. This to me sounds like a mystery, and I know the perfect way to approach a mystery. What's that, Blue? You want to dig through all his lies this weekend and find the final clue? We got to be careful or he'll bury us in a sub club hole right next to all those Atlanta 8 out of 10s. Oh, God damn. He's coming out of a fucking cancer coma.
Yeah.
You're pulling this guy out of retirement, Boogie. You're pulling a cancer patient out of the goddamn deathbed.
Yep.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Stream this Saturday the 13th at 7 p.m. Boogie Part 2 Implosion Boogaloo. That's awesome. Oh, God. That when he called in, man, like, how do you, like, the balls of Boogie to stay on that call.
Yeah.
The absolute fucking balls.
Yeah, Medicare told me, he said, Boogie, why didn't you just do like I did?
Right.
I streamed for donos and memberships and stuff, and I sold hats.
But Medicare was likable.
Yeah, sure.
Boogie's one of the most unlikable pieces of shit that's ever been on the internet. This dude is always into something. And the thing is, he's been given so much grace people have been so gracious towards him. They've given him chance after fucking chance, and he's wiped his ass with it, man. It's just like, oh, it's really sad. It's really fucking sad. Oh God, I didn't know this one was coming. I haven't seen this yet. Flashback to what I found out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, this is this is something else. I remember this stream. Yeah, this was.
Oh, let's hear this.
Okay, well, I just saw Nicholas Fiorio's comment in the chat. He says Boogie has cancer.
I don't think he's being serious.
Oh, no, I don't Boogie's Twitter.
Really? Did you hear that, King?
Yeah.
Is that for real? Boogie's got
I think so.
Well, he's having a run of shitty luck.
Hey, so I debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do, in fact, have a type of blood cancer.
Oh my God.
It's extremely slow moving, and many people live with it for decades. No big deal.
That's.
Boogie's got cancer.
Oh my God.
What's the matter with you, man?
Tell me that needs to be short.
Why did you do that?
Say what you want about Q. That was fucking funny. Oh my! Boogie's got cancer. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck that he has cancer. He doesn't give a fuck that he lied about cancer. He's ready to milk all of this. He does not give a fuck.
No, it's just an opportunity. I was just sitting here looking at the trending stuff, right?
God, yeah.
And under entertainment, this is under entertainment on Twitter. Boogie is trending with 19.1 thousand posts, right? Now, take that in contrast to Ryan Reynolds, who's got a blockbuster movie that's going to be dropping here in just like a couple of weeks, right?
Ooh, boy, howdy. Woo.
7,918 posts for Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
He's
outperforming Deadpool.
He's outperforming Ryan Reynolds and fucking Deadpool. Oh my God.
That's something else.
And by the way, remember, why did he go to get treatment? Because he had cancer too.
Yeah. That's right. He got turned into a fucking superhero, I guess, as well, because he had cancer. Those bastards.
Man, I need to drop that number to Boogie. He can go get some cancer.
Oh, God. That's what we need. We need Fat Pull. That's what we need. We need big, fat, fatty fucking Francis fitting in that suit. We need dead Francis. Oh, my God. Boogie Pool. We need dead Boogie. Oh, wait. That sounded worse than I intended. So, man, not for nothing. It has been a long fucking time since I've been this excited about a movie. And I we've been going back and we've actually watched all of the X-Men movies, all of the anything Wolverine related, including Origins Wolverine.
Sure. Oh boy.
Yeah. But I know there's going to be a lot of jokes from that film, and I got a feeling they're going to use a couple people from that film. I had a few revelations throughout because they're being really smart in they've shown a lot, but they're being very, very smart in what they show.
Oh yeah.
I think the only dumb thing that they did was show Sabretooth from the first movie, because it kind of gives away a lot for me. It gives me a good idea of what I'm going to get. But more importantly, I think it gives me one of the bigger surprises away. I think it's giving me one of the biggest surprises that they're going to have in the movie, because yes, Sabretooth was in that movie. Mm-hmm. Disney now owns all of this. This is happening on the Disney umbrella. There's a guy that was also in that X-Men movie that Disney kind of loves, just a little bit. And he had an iconic moment in that first movie that is directly tied now to Disney and an iconic character from their now universe called Star Wars, because Toad was in the first movie, played by Ray Park, who was also Darth fucking Maul. And they can redo that. If he does that fucking little bar flip in Deadpool versus Wolverine, everyone's going to come unfucking glued. Yeah. Yours included. Yours fucking truly included. I'm going to lose my mind because that's going to be awesome. So I am very, very, very excited for this movie. It's been a long time since I've been this excited for a film. Are you going?
Oh, 100%. I was my youngest is in visiting because of the 4th of July holiday and everything, right?
Oh,
We were
nice.
thinking about going to the movies today, but there's nothing showing that we wanted to see.
Go
You
see
know,
Quiet Place. Quiet Place day 1, really good film.
I haven't seen any of the Quiet
I didn't
Place
either.
movies.
Didn't have to.
Okay.
It's the first
All right,
one, so
okay.
it's kind of standalone.
Yeah.
You're not going to miss
Okay.
anything. You're kind of watching the
All right.
first one.
Yeah, our choices was it Hope, the story of Possum Trot, which really, yeah, it's
Is that
okay.
regional?
It's about this. It's actually, I think it would probably be a really wholesome, good movie because it's about this town
Is
that.
that only in your fucking area? Is that Arkansas?
No, it's an
only
actual
movie?
thing, dude. It's an actual. No, it's called. I think it's called Hope. The story of Possum Trot. It's about this. It's about this town in Texas.
Okay.
And this town, this small little town, winds up taking in fostering. I can't remember how many. It's like 70-something kids, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
That was unfosterable because they were so problematic.
Oh, wow.
And they just took. So I think it would actually probably it is based. It's a true story. So I think it's probably like really good wholesome movies, but it's not something that it's not like a blockbuster summer movie that you want to go see, right?
Right.
So. But it's definitely probably something I'll watch when it's actually released out on, streaming services or whatever. But,
Yeah.
but with my 20-something-year-old son, it wasn't something we wanted. So there's really,
Yeah, totally
but,
fair.
yeah, but we're actually making plans because, he lives like 3.5 hours away. But we're making plans that when this actually drops in the month, we're going to get together wherever and meet up and go watch it. So, yeah.
I may have to wait a couple of days to see it because I don't want to see it totally packed. But
sure, it's just a pain.
I
just won't get in time to get the bucket. I want the popcorn bucket.
That's the thing. You pretty much got to go day one for that, man. And I don't know if I think I want to go for the buckets because the other one got revealed too. The other one, they're both awesome. I'm very excited. I want them both.
Who doesn't want a Wolverine flesh bucket?
Oh, mouth-fuck.
Popcorn bucket.
Mouth-fuck Wolverine.
You say, I want the bucket, no popcorn, just lots of butter.
Lots of butter. Extra
lots
hot.
of extra butter. Exactly.
Ooh, I like it when it burns.
He's freaking marketing. I swear to God.
Ryan Reynolds is he's a master at marketing. This guy, he is so good. Look what he did with that Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't get it.
And that soccer team.
Wax them.
About that, and then wax them, and then turn around and make a documentary or whatever it is. Not really a documentary, but like a what I mean.
Bio thing, yeah.
Well, they got it's like a series on television.
Oh yeah. Docu-series.
Docu-series type thing. Yeah, and then he's got that. Was Aviator Gin? I mean, this guy, everything he touches seems like it just goes gold.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, he has tremendous failures, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He seems like a really down to earth type of guy.
Yeah,
he really does. I don't know if it's true or not. I know he's had some high profile, crazy, relationships and all that type of stuff. But he takes everything in stride. He reuses it into his art. He memes on it. He makes fun of it. He seems to have a lot of fun with it. We're gonna see a lot of the Deadpool things. I could see him killing Green Lantern in this movie, like fighting.
He already did.
No, he killed himself about to take the role of Green Lantern. He killed Ryan Reynolds.
Well, okay, fair enough.
But I could see Deadpool fighting Green Lantern in this movie because they can find a way to make that somewhat possible.
Sure,
so, it's multiverse. They can have a fake Green Lantern.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
It could be very interesting. Could be very, but I think we're going to see cameos for days. We're going to see some huge things, man, and it's going to change. And I'm really mad because I sold a huge lot of 90s X-Men comics days before X-Men 97 got announced. I was so pissed off. Yeah, furious because now all those books are going up.
Yeah. Did you watch that X-Men 97 series?
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
It was a great series, but they pissed me the hell off.
The ending, right?
I'm not even gonna lie. That wasn't even the ending. It was like halfway through.
What pissed you off?
Fucking Gambit, man. Come on.
Yeah. That was weak.
He's my man. Gambit was always my man.
It was just a weird death. Like the whole triangle thing. Like I was not ready to see Rogue fucking Magneto.
Right?
It was not something I was ready for, dude. It was fucked up.
Because evidently he's the only dude that she can bang and it doesn't zap his power or whatever.
Yeah, some weird shit. It looked like it. Like Dr. Disrespect got fucking some inspiration from that or something. It's so weird seeing those two. There's a big age gap.
Because he's what, like he'd have to be in at least his mid to late 60s, right?
And at that time, he was in World War I or II. Yeah, it was
II. Yeah, he was in the concentration camps. Yeah, so
could have been any more than 9 or 10 in 40. That was 44. I remember the year. I just watched the movie the other day. It was 44. So yeah, he was old as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't this a cartoon? And also a movie, Basket, because we're taking cross canon here.
Yeah, it's all part of one big happy umbrella now.
But
no, I honestly thought, other than I wasn't real happy with what they did with the whole, with the Gambit character, because he's near and dear to my heart, but I thought the series itself was beautifully done. I thought it really was. I thought it was, and I was really concerned because it's Disney.
Yeah.
And but the guys they had on this one, they were right on the mark. So
well, they went back and got the guys. They went and got the original guys, right? They got as many people as they could from the original series.
Sure.
They seem to have a lot of love for the source material.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. You're 100%. The animation was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was self-referential. It was funny. It reminded me of the series when I was a kid. It was everything I needed that cartoon to be, as stupid as that sounds. And I'm excited for more of it, especially because the MCU has been sucking for a few years now. All the steam has gone out of it since Endgame. It blows. Spider-Man has done some things. Don't get me wrong. I love the Peter Parkers. I love that too. Yeah. But overall, stinko malinko. And it's like, okay, we can get through this if we can find a way to reset. They found a fucking way. They got a beautiful way, and they're using Loki and Deadpool to do it. And I think that's awesome. They're taking the TV show concept and they're taking the hottest franchise in superheroes and they're wedging them together. And I think it's just going to be incredible. So I'm so excited for it. I don't know who's all going to show, but I'm over the moon. I cannot believe how long this show has gone on for 2 hours now. I'm on for 2 hours. A few more things we'll go through. This I didn't see. I don't really care.
Okay, so real briefly, I can give you a synopsis. Throughout the stream last night, he kept yelling about this guy, Jackson Clark. Nobody knew who the hell it was, right? Evidently, he has some sort of ties to Most Critical. Most Critical in his stream last night. Oh, he was like, oh, Jackson Clark. That's all I know. It's tied to Most Critical some way or form. I don't know. There's all the lore there, but he kept invoking this guy's name like he was the fucking boogeyman, and he's not. I mean, from what I mean.
He's a Most Critical co-host. Okay. All right. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, here's the clip. Here's the clip everyone's fucking talking about. Here it is. Here's your president.
Christ.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Oh, my God.
President Putin.
That first awkward clap. Who was the poor bastard who had to do the first fucking clap? Listen to that slight hesitation because it's there and it's beautiful. They recognize this moment.
Oh, yeah.
President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway.
Oh, no. That's even worse what he just said.
Yeah.
Is he the stupidest motherfucker to ever live? I can't believe it. We're not supposed to be fighting him. We're not supposed to actually be, dickhead. Like they just recently named us an enemy. Like we're not at war with them.
I'm not a Biden fan in the slightest. But, this makes America look so bad. All I know is I can't believe of all the people that we have in the United States that they're putting these two old
Two
bastards
senile,
in front of us to vote.
narcissistic fucking idiots up there.
One of them, I think, is borderline elder abuse at this point.
Man, that's
Another one is just so narcissistic, and
you can describe him with one word. He's Trump. He's just Trump. It's like
Trump.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's Trump.
And I don't know if you have this one or not, but he also called Trump his vice president.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great.
Jeez, Louise. I don't know.
So bad. And yet, you know what the worst thing? How bad does it got to be Kennedy? Where you can't even get a sniff. You have the fucking legacy name, and you can't get in on this with these two motherfuckers? What have you done?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's the worst it's ever been. It's absolutely the worst ever. All right, we went over that. The sketch drama, Bo Black's tweeted this out for some reason. I there was something about this I liked. The sketch drama is one of the most overblown things I've seen in a while. There's not even anything about it that's fun to discuss. It could have been funny to laugh at him for doing porn and make memes like Pro Jared, but instead everyone wants to be serious and cringe. Yeah, I wanted to make note of this because this is perfectly put. Bo Black's nailed this because this is a nothing burger. He did fucking porn. Like, I get that people are anti-OnlyFans and all that, but to the point that they are is almost kind of scary. So what? He took a dick in the ass. Who gave a fuck? He made some money. He doesn't seem very happy about it. He almost seemed borderline remorseful, which he doesn't need to fucking be. He can do whatever he wants. It's his home.
I'm wondering, and maybe this is me because I don't understand it, whatever. But if this had been a female creator that got exposed at some point in time, would there been this much to do about it?
No, it'd be nothing.
And would they be calling? And you're always going to have these people like Sneeko, who's brain dead, talking about them being different slur stuff for women who do that kind of stuff. But this young man,
no. I'm not going to sit here and grandstand, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because I was in the community in 2016 and 2017 when we were literally rooting for Celestia Vega and fucking Zoe Berger and all these other fucking girls to go do porn. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it because I know how gross we all are. Fuck all that shit. That's craziness. And it's so stupid. Like, if you want to get on the guy for playing a fucking tard character, and fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe that should be a discussion. Sure. Maybe. But I don't know to what degree, because acting does exist. What is he doing wrong if he's playing a character like that? I don't know if he is doing anything wrong. Should he have told people? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Why do I? Okay, I don't. This kind of. Why do people feel like they have to know everything there is to know about the creator that
that's the
are
culture
choosing to watch?
That's the culture.
Yeah, I know.
I used to feel that you can live in this world and show all of everything and just be. You can, I was wrong.
No,
I was wrong. I was proven wrong. And I also showed that you have to be able to deal with it right. And I also showed I couldn't do that all the fucking time. So it's like you gotta sometimes just fucking realize you can't put everything out there. And if you do, it's on you. You're not getting tears. No one's giving you sympathy. Because it's your choice. This is the fucking free world to be putting this stuff on. You can control what the people see for the most part. But the thing is, that's not as true either as it used to be. Because people dig now at an unbelievable fucking rate.
Yeah.
Scary. There's nothing sacred.
No.
Scary.
Nope.
Scary world. Scary fucking world. But I agree with what Vina said there. Don't share if you don't want an opinion. Pretty simple. And it's going to be mean. It's going to be mean a lot of the times. All right, some quick hit videos. You want to watch these with me?
Sure, I'll sit here and just listen to you. Go ahead.
Well, we're almost done. We only got a few. Might as well. You've been here for a while now. Appreciate you being on. It's been fun.
No, thanks for letting me come on. I've missed this.
I have too.
I've missed it.
I have too. It's been fun.
I don't wipe my ass, so I do.
Okay.
I'll play that again.
I don't wipe my ass, so I do get yeast infections more often than most people. I stopped wiping my ass back in 2020 when COVID happened and everywhere was out of toilet paper. And so I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna not wipe, I guess. And I realized that it really didn't make much of a difference. I've always struggled with body odor, and no matter what I do, I always just smell. I guess my pheromones are really strong. So the smell doesn't bother me. As far as getting yeast infections, I really don't mind those either, because I've learned that I can experiment with them. I've made cinnamon rolls, I've made bread, and over the course of 4 years, I probably saved $2 not buying yeast from the grocery store. Plus, I've saved money by not buying toilet paper, because I'm allergic to a lot of things, and the only brand of toilet paper I could use without giving me a rash was Charmin, and Charmin is insanely expensive. So when I cut out that expense, I realized I might actually be able to save up for a down payment on a house now. And I don't even have to give up my avocado toast or iced lattes.
See, here's the problem with things like this, Dave. Yeah. You want to think that she's just memeing, making fun, right?
Right.
But then you're like, no, there's really people like this.
This could be real. This
could be real.
It's sad as this is. It's probably a skit, but it could be fucking real. And like in the name, it feels like a troll. Absolutely feels like a fucking troll. But I believe if it was real, I would totally. I'd be like, oh shit,
Dave, you got to call her.
What do I got? Let me see.
Got the
Is
one-eyed
that the
wonder.
Piplup? The toxic pit. Oh my fucking god! His intro music every fucking time. Every goddamn Piplup.
Well,
You gotta shorten that thing.
no.
All right, fair enough. I wouldn't either. What's up, Piplup?
I just got home, saw you were still alive.
Yeah, we've been partying for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
What the fuck, toxic Piplup? STD cupcakes? Anyone? Oh god. Oh, the yeast cupcakes. Ah!
Jeez.
That's fucking gross, son. Oh my god. Yeah, we've been going talking about everything tonight, Piplup. We're wrapping up with some quick hit videos.
Nice. I mean, you got to have a debate soon.
Oh yes, we got. There's a lot going on that we got to talk about in the wrestling world, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we disagree strongly on something.
Ooh! Tell me real quick, so I can think about it.
It's the TNA thing.
Ooh, what about?
That's what I messaged you. I think it's very
I
one-sided.
didn't see it yet. Hold on.
You responded to it.
Did I? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, which one? What? What I said? What the deal? What I said? You disagree with that?
I just think it's very one-sided. I think WWE's fucking TNA over so hard.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. They're gonna mine them. Yeah, I don't disagree with that too much, but I think it can help TNA. Look, it's not gonna do. It's not like
Did
they're
you
gonna
see
do
it?
any worse.
Who the fuck showed up on TNA tonight? I don't even remember the name. I saw the
No,
tweet
who
5
showed
minutes
up?
ago, and I was a nobody.
Oh, okay. Well, who cares? It's all right. They'll be all right. Why, was a WWE guy who showed up?
That's some NXT bitch. Sorry, that sounds bad.
You're so salty. We'll get into it.
Man.
When are you available?
All right. Saturday?
Let's lock it in.
All right.
Lock it in. We'll do it Saturday at 6. Hey, can you do
Sounds
6?
good.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Cool. You gonna stick around for these last few videos?
Yeah.
Me and the Peepaws here. All right, let's go.
The old man.
The old man riveter. All right, here we go. This is something I would definitely do. My wife lost a bet and had to wear a Chewbacca mask while in labor. That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
I love technology. I love technology.
I saw this.
I saw this, and I didn't remember this from the original show, but I remember how fucked up this show was, and I remember
it
the
was.
ending to this show. So this did not shock me, but this is pretty. If you haven't seen this yet, this is great.
And now back to Love Confession. So, Sandra, tell us about your date with Bob.
Well, Chuck, he picked me up at 8, and he wasn't very good looking. He tried to kiss me, and he was a really bad kisser. I don't think he'd ever been out with a girl before. He kept telling jokes that weren't funny at all. To tell the truth, Chuck, I felt sorry for him.
Well, Sandra, let's see how Bob felt about the evening. Oh.
No. That show was fucking gold, man. And if you think that was bad, they kill. Well, I mean, it's the ending of Dinosaurs, so how else would you expect it to fucking happen? But the way that they kill this family with like a global warming spin is so fucking vicious, and it's hilarious. It's beautiful.
You know another sitcom at this period of time that was also very dark and how they ended it.
What's that?
Was Alf.
Oh fuck yeah! Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. All right, wait a minute. What was the ending to Alf?
The government caught him, and they like experimented on him and started cutting and shit on him and stuff.
What? They cut open Alf?
Yeah, you don't remember that? Yeah.
No. Is that how he ended in imprisonment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how the
fucked
show
up.
ended. Yeah.
That's some fucked up shit. Well, you bummed me out, but I can bring us back because I have a video that I did not know existed. This is Wayne Gretzky absolutely destroying Pele, Bjorn Borg, and Sugar Ray Leonard in a foot race. Look at the fucking great one! That's look at Wayne fucking Gretzky. What a goddamn beauty. Fuck you, Pele. How does a guy who ice skates beat a guy who does nothing but run all his career?
I don't have words.
That's an incredible video, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an old one, man.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's from the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, have to be. Yeah. Is that on like one of those celebrity? You know, they used to have those celebrity contests. They used to do like the circuses and things like that. Was it one of those things? I wonder.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I don't remember this video, but I think I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Let's take it. Oh, this is great. Yeah, I do remember.
There's nothing
this.
wrong with what I did. If you have a problem,
You broke the law.
You can, lady.
You broke the
I
law.
didn't break the
You
law.
went down a
You said-
private dock.
Oh my God! I broke the law. I took a wrong turn. Please, someone arrest me. I took a wrong turn and I went down a dock. Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck is going on? I went down the wrong turn. Oh, please! Please help me! Oh, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I'm pushing penance! Oh, please! I hope Christ will forgive me! I went down the wrong way!
He really went for it, man.
The dog's embarrassed.
I went down the wrong way! I don't know if I can live with myself anymore!
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was-
Spot on though, right?
It
Spot
was
on.
perfect. It was because that's what they want you to do. It's like that's what they want you to fucking do. They want you to like have an emotional breakdown because you did the smallest fucking infraction. That's what people want nowadays.
Oh,
it's like eat a dick. I never knew this. This is something I never do, and I love James Bond. Never fucking knew this was a real thing. The alligator scene. I never knew this was a real fucking stunt. I thought they had to have done something with wires. They had to have done something to keep this man from doom. But no, look at this. This is amazing. Tries. They convinced a man to run over alligators 5 times.
Not enough money.
Not enough money in the fucking world. And they didn't pay him dick. He got a lot of cocaine though.
It's an everyday thing in Florida.
What's that?
This is an everyday thing in Florida.
absolutely insane. That's how you make a movie. And people
Nowadays
thought
we
that-
just own a computer.
Christina, you know what's really bad? Christina Vita just said, and people thought nothing was wrong with this. I think we need to keep doing it. I think we need to bring this back. It's okay. The likelihood is those alligators probably got to eat at least one person during the fucking filming. So it's probably a child. So it's okay. They got a good meal out of this. Like I'm saying, you can't fake that. I hate the CGI world that we live in. Sometimes the alligators got to get stepped on for art.
Yeah.
Just saying. And I know Toxic Piplop agrees with me because he's from Florida.
100%.
100%.
Well, I'm not from Florida. All right, I live here.
Well, same difference. Where are you from?
No,
again?
Georgia.
That's the same fucking thing.
No.
That's the same fucking thing. Some people would say it's slightly worse.
Absolutely not.
I'm allergic to that entire fucking state.
Georgia?
Yeah, when I was there for AIT, rather, my whole face blew up. I got blisters on my eyes.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was bad. I was
love
allergic
it.
to it. I was there for
I
9
missed
months. I was in Augusta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Augusta was fun. I had fun in Augusta, aside from being allergic to everything, but it was fun. Let me see this. Waymo's has since. Let me see. Phoenix police officer pulls over a driver in Waymo for driving on the wrong side of the road, leading to a non-existent driver to roll the window down and speak with. Oh God. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Yeah, it stopped. It's a 92 Adam Sam, or a 92 Adam 2 Sam Paul, and there's no driver. Hi!
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Yeah, this is Officer Hines, Phoenix PD. So, your car here drove into oncoming lanes of traffic.
Okay, I will go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a construction area, and it went into opposing lanes of traffic, which is real bad.
Go forward? Yeah. I couldn't help but come over just out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there's a passenger or something.
No, like, the construction here?
Yeah.
It was, eastbound in the westbound lanes.
Oh!
Which is real bad.
That's bad, yeah.
And then, so I light it up, and then it takes off through the intersection.
Same thing, and what are you supposed to do?
Oh, man,
I appreciate the transparency of all the information.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you're able to kind of like review the video or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
Okay,
crazy.
great.
So, who gets the ticket?
You're right. Your robot. Is it the people who made Johnny 5? Like, what the fuck, man?
I saw this and I was like, I had so many questions. So many questions.
I didn't know we were that far down the AI hole. I didn't. This car shit. It's fucking crazy.
I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited too. That's fucking terrifying.
I can finally drive. Let's go.
Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. You got this. You can do it. I believe in you. Don't they have like a special like goggle that they can give you or something? I don't know. That's insensitive. That was insensitive of me. There's a special goggle, I'm sure. Turn your one eye into two eyes. Come on, I got this. Didn't they do that for Leela and fucking Futurama?
Lilo and Stitch?
No, Leela.
No, Futurama, the Cyclops girl.
Yeah. They turned her one eye into two eyes for a little while, but it was just cosmetic.
That's a boomer show.
Oh, fuck you. It's back on TV.
Yeah, so you guys can relive your 90s.
Yeah. You know what? Just like Eminem and Houdini, bitch. That's
I
fucking
can't
right.
wait. About an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. It's coming out. It's coming out. I am excited about it.
First song was banging, was it not?
I didn't love the second one as much. I didn't.
There's a second one?
His verse
I
was
liked
fire.
it.
Toby, yeah.
I
Toby's
haven't
good.
seen that yet.
Well, his verse was good, but I didn't like Big Sean, and I do typically like Big Sean. But here's the reality: I was waiting for either of those two rappers to do anything but. And that's all they do, their entire verses. Now, Eminem uses the same flowage, that same pattern, but the words that he pumps into his shit, like he throws in about a million more words than you could fit into that, but he's so crafty in the way he does it that he kind of shits on the other two when you really think about it. Because his shit is so far advanced. It's crazy.
Eminem goes last.
Yeah. It is poetic. You're 100% right, Christina. So it's just, I don't
Can
know.
Can I spoil something for you?
Yes.
Can I tell you what one of the songs is?
Yes.
Guilty Conscience 2.
I did see that. I saw the set list.
I can't wait.
That's 17 tracks or something?
Yeah.
It's like, holy
plus
shit.
a couple skits.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, man, you know what would be great? If we got an out of nowhere. Now, this is a deep cut reference. I wonder if anyone's going to get this. But what if we get a long overdue response to Slim Anus from ICP and Twisted? Does anyone remember that when ICP and Twisted fought with Eminem? And they went back and forth, and ICP actually had Twisted, and they made a song called Slim Anus parodying Slim Shady. My name is. It's hysterical. But that would be cool.
If I remember that one or not.
It's really, really good. We might go out on it. It might be more important than the greatest volley. Watch the greatest volley of all time, and then I think we're going to go out on Slim Anus.
Out of the way there, otherwise going to headbutt it.
I mean, look at that camera work as well. I'm not sure what's better, the camera work or the shot. Look at that. Shot of the tournament by a country mile.
You scandalous. Got to get out of the way there, otherwise going to headbutt it.
I mean,
now, if you're into tennis, was that not fucking spectacular?
That was smooth as butter.
That was smooth criminal right there. All right, so since Peapod does not know this, and people may not know this, we're going to go ahead and play. This was on a radio show, I think was where it got its debut. So here you go.
Eminem, huh? You want to diss us? You want to diss Insane Clown Posse and Twisted? Well, here goes a remix from us to you. This is the truth about.
Well, too, because I guarantee the language in this is fucked up. This is a 90s diss track, 2000s diss track.
Yeah.
There's going to be some fucked up shit in this. I forget how bad this goes. Actual fucking parts of the song, too. So, yeah, they came back pretty good on that. It was a fairly good diss track back, but they lost. They lost. They're still ICP, and he's still Eminem.
Yep.
But that's legendary shit right there.
Yeah.
Anyways, how have you two boys been? We're going to wrap this fucking thing up. We've been live for 2.5 hours.
I've been dying.
Yeah. How are you feeling there, Chief?
I feel, bro, I was so hot and suffocated in my own sweat 2 hours ago.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. How hot is it down there right now?
No. So where?
I know why. I know why.
Yeah. Where I am.
Yeah.
We purposefully don't use air conditioning.
Ooh, and I know what type of building those. He'll tell you after.
Why?
He'll tell you after.
Yeah,
It'll make sense after.
Okay.
But I know what type of building you're in, so I have a feeling I know what type of building you're in. Yeah, you're in hell.
Yeah, literally.
How hot is it down there right now?
It was a couple above 9. It's probably 94 today.
So in there it's probably about 125, 130. Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
No exaggeration there. Fuck my mouth. It was hot here this week too. I was dying. I've lived all over the world. I have been to what I think is the hottest place I've ever been, which is in Baghdad, Iraq. I was directly between the Tigris and the Euphrates in the dead of fucking summer. I couldn't breathe. You're in the desert, right? And then you drive and you keep going and you get between these two fucking rivers and you can't fucking breathe. You're like coughing up liquid. It feels like you're being waterboarded at times. It is so punishingly hot. All you're doing is drinking water. It was the most miserable time of my life. And that was when I was in shape.
Yeah.
I've lived in Vegas. I've lived in Chicago. Summers are no fucking joke. So, yeah. No bueno. Are you dying as well from the heat, Mr. Riveter?
Hell no, I'm smart enough to stay in the air conditioning. Shit.
Good point. Good point.